They should be coming back for 2. So that's one more. He goes to 32 off. That's a wonderful.
We are close to the end, folks, but we have a couple of more people that we need to recognize. And each year, the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame recognizes a person or organization whose dedication goes above and beyond typical commitment to sports and tourism throughout the county. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohammed Qureshi is this year's Outstanding Sports Contributor. Let's take a look at MAQ's accomplishments.
No one has done more for the development of the sport of cricket in the United States than our sports contributor, Mohammed Qureshi. In 1999, MAQ's passion for cricket led him to found a private sports and entertainment company called Cricket Council USA, which is the leader in the promotion, development, and expansion of T20 cricket in the United States. He has invested millions of dollars in the development of the sport across the country. MAQ built the first major cricket stadium in South Florida in Broward County in 2006, and he came to Palm Beach County a year later, building the Boca Riding Club and MAQ Stadium in Delray Beach, where championship events are held each year. The 2022 Legends World Cup will be played at MAQ Stadium. MAQ is a former member of USAcricket, the sport's national governing body. He is the president and chief executive officer of MAQ Group, one of the largest real estate and financial groups in the United States, specializing in commercial real estate and sports management. At a special ceremony in Boca Raton last October, MAQ was bestowed the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Cricket Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame contributor of...
Well, good morning and a warm welcome to everyone for Day 6 of the US Open here in 2022 at the lovely Broward County Stadium. This is match number 16 between the Virginia Bears and the Titans. Virginia Bears at 1-1 in this tournament, and the Titans have yet to open the account. I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming my fellow commentator Vinod Mamchan. Vinod, good morning.
Good morning, Doc, and the action is about to get on the way. This is played away down to backward point. It's running close to the boundary, and a lovely stop down there prevents a boundary. They're going to come back for 2. So, Aditya, and Doc, you might be familiar with that name. I might be able to say Patel.
Aditya is the captain for the Titans today.
Yeah.
And according to the score sheet that I have seen, Aditya batting with Sagar Patel. I would want you to say the last name of Aditya 5 times quickly.
I can't even say it 1 time slowly. Outside the off stump, punched away again. I think you'll have to wait for Ivor Henry to pronounce that for you.
Aditya plays minor league cricket.
I find you're avoiding saying his surname as well.
Aditya Varadarajan.
Okay, good.
Aditya Varadarajan is a beautiful name.
I think you have to come. I think you have to be a Gujarati to say that, to roll that off your tongue. It's going to be Sagar Patel, though, to face. Kanwar Singh, bowling from the far end. That's a big number, 500 on his back there, Sagar Patel.
The way the standings are, we know that at the present time, the Virginia Bears are in group number 3, and they are 1-1. So this is an important match for the Virginia Bears. The Titans Cricket Club at the other end are in group 4, and they are winless until this moment. Let's see.
Driving, not making contact.
One of the things I have noticed, we know this, that this tournament has really brought high standard, high quality players, international players, and it certainly has uplifted the overall quality of the tournament.
Yeah, it has. I think this is the biggest input or influx of foreign players driving through the offside. That should be the first boundary of the day, and it is.
Yeah, that's, as you'll see on the replay briefly, there was slashed away. He just came down the track for a minute and then adjusted at the last moment as he opened the face of his bat and slashed it towards deep point for 4.
7 without loss after 1. This is day 6 of the 2022 US Open. I'm seeing a bat here marked the Cricket Doctor. Or is it the Doctor of Cricket?
Well, this is an interesting story. One of my medical students actually gave me as a gift after his rotation, after he learned a thing or two about medicine from me. And then I thought it was a very creative gift because he knew about my interest outside medicine, particularly in the world of cricket. And that was his gift to me.
Well, that was really wonderful. One wonders if he learned more. If I have to take a guess, I would say he learned more about cricket and medicine from you. 7 without loss, of course, Nilesh being...
I will let it go outside the off stump, as you say.
Nilesh being one of the top colleges in this country, in the Western Hemisphere, I want to dare add. 7 without loss. Varadarajan.
You're getting there. You're getting there. You know, you're almost there. You almost hit the peak of Mount Everest. You're at the base camp. Aditya Varadarajan.
So it's going to be Ijaz Safi. This one a bit too straight. Lucky to get away with that, as he can't get it past mid-wicket. Let's have a look at the field. There is a slip in place. Backward square. Mid-wicket, mid-on. That's on the onside. On the offside, well, of course, as I said before, a slip, mid-off, cover, point, sweeper on the point, on the cover boundary, and third man. Here he is again, bowling, crashes into the pad. So it's early days, but the Titans will want to register a win. On that note, let me say good morning to Chitranjan Rathod, who's the owner of this team.
Is he here in...
Yes, he is. I think he's just in the dugout downstairs. Let me say a very good morning to our hard-working production crew here, led by Roddy Lalman, SC Tech. I always say Sean is his boss. S means Sean. So I want to say good morning to Sean, Roddy, of course, the producer. And how can I forget the great Mongol, the great man himself, Tuesday. I remembered him on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Outside the off stump, and that's a loose shot.
You only remember one part of Mangal. The second part of Mangal, I think I'll have to pick your brain again.
It's auspicious.
Yes,
It
excellent.
It means auspicious.
Yes. Jermaine Lindo, one of the umpires for this match. Jermaine, of course, hails from originally from Jamaica, now living in Atlanta, more than 10 years of experience. He's also been the part of the West Indies umpires B panel.
Down the leg side, and that's going to roll straight in into the boundary for 4. That's 5.
Yeah, the umpires have run excellent work throughout the whole tournament. Jermaine, of course, in the ICC development panel of umpiring from the United States also. And he also was appointed for the Under-19 World Cup. But because of the pandemic that we are in, he was not able to go.
Are we still in that pandemic, Nilesh?
Well, that's depends on who you ask the question.
Well, I think if you're in South Florida, it never happened. Backing away, looking to make room for himself. Well, that's a good delivery following him. Score is 13 without loss. This is over number 2. And let me say very good morning to a friend of mine, a fellow Hall of Famer, Danny Khan. They say if no one can, Danny can. Here's Safi, slow delivery. The mere fact that he mistimed that allowed him to get a single at mid-on. Danny Khan flying in all the way from Guyana, Georgetown, Kitty to be exact.
And I want to steal your line because I've been waiting to say this line. And you know what this line is. If anybody can,
Danny can.
There you go.
40 without loss. This is over number 2. And it's Titans against the Virginia Bears.
Yeah, the other umpire is Mr. Kumar. So 2 umpires, Jamil Lindo and Kumar, doing great service.
I word on Vijay though. Vijay, their boss. He has really done well. This is struck right back and he's gone! Wow, that's the second time it has happened in this tournament. Martin Guptill fell in a similar manner 2 days ago. And that is very, very unfortunate for Patel. As you can see, Aditya driving back to the bowler. There was an opportunity for a catch. He just put it down, but he still got the wicket.
Yeah, look at that. You can never plan for that. A bowler never plans for it, but absolutely inadvertent. And got the tip of his little finger on the left hand as it ricocheted into the stumps for an unfortunate run out for Sagar Patel, who departs on 5 of 6 deliveries as the Titans Cricket Club are now 14 for 1 at the end of 2 overs. Yes, you're talking about Vijay, who's been providing yeoman service to the entire umpiring committee here. He has been on top of things, running around with his walkie-talkie.
It's very professional. I like his demeanor. He's also, someone who seems to be able to get along with people. He's a good listener. So, a number of the boxes he has ticked. I think he'll go on to have a very successful career.
He certainly will, without a doubt. Vijay, I've had an opportunity of meeting him and spending some time with him here.
Earlier on, I was speaking about the production crew from SC Tech. And just to give our viewers some information, you're enjoying this coverage at Central Broad Regional Park. It's a 6-camera coverage. So we have 6 cameras all the way around the ground. One is going to pick that one up, and that's 4 runs. Driving over pitched. And there was young Kirsten Kalicharan, the man from the land of the steel pan and calypso, which is Trinidad and Tobago, driving his first delivery through the offside for 4. Not a man move, including the nuts man.
Yes, look at that shot. And after the description, I didn't have to say anything about that replay. And I like the description of your country.
Well, it's the land of the steel pan and calypso. It's a land of great men. It's Kanwa Singh. This time he's guiding it nicely. Just a single. That's the word on Kirsten Kalicharan. He has the highest score in schoolboys cricket in Trinidad and Tobago, and that is when he shot to prominence. He scored 404 in a match, and all of a sudden people started to look in his direction. He was selected for the various youth teams in Trinidad and Tobago and ended up playing for the West Indies under 19 and the World Cup.
Well, he has a famous last name or surname, as some people say in certain quarters of the world, and that famous name, people coming from India only know of AI, the great Alvin Isaac Kalicharan.
Alvin Kalicharan, who has now settled right here in America. He is in Morrisville, North Carolina, and has been doing some World Cup there with a lot of cricketers. He was a coach in the minor league as well. It's good to have these guys still involved. I see the United States, they have been able to also nab the services of the former Guyanese and West Indies left-hander, Shivnarine Chandapal, led them to the regional under-19 title already. And a little birdie whispered in my ear yesterday that he may soon be the national coach here.
You're talking about in the United States? Well, that would be a great addition to the United States cricket team if that were to really happen, because he brings in a tremendous experience.
I was having a very interesting conversation this morning with a friend of mine, speaking about that United States national team. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine this morning who informed me that once you're a member of the United States cricket team, once you're in the camp and around the matches, other languages are banned. You only speak English.
That's interesting.
I think it's important.
Very important. That's the best way to communicate.
Yes. So you're in America, you speak English.
Then that's why you're not in the cricket team, I guess, because
I speak Marathi.
Yeah. And I would never be there because I speak Gujarati.
At the end of 3, it's 21 for 1. Well, that's good. It shows that they're trying to be all inclusive, yes, but you have to understand is that, people may be around you and you might be conversing in your language and, they might not know what you're saying. They can take it the wrong way. They can think that, you might be saying something about them. But the best thing, I think, to conquer that, though, Nilesh, is to learn the language and don't let them know.
And just act ignorant.
Yes, and you know everything.
And then you know everything.
There's something called Google Translate.
Leave it all in your pocket.
So it's a 21 for 1. And I know
That's what I do when you talk in Trini.
If I speak quickly, I don't think you will understand. So here's Safi to continue. He's in the Kalicharan, getting some shape there as he just comes forward and allows it to go by.
Yeah. The other umpires in the panel here are, one of them that I wanted to mention was Avik Gangopadhyay. And I'm telling you, Avik is a brilliant guy. He's lives in the Washington, D.C. area, and he's an engineer, a PhD, works for NASA.
Wow.
So you're talking about big league.
That's amazing.
And Avik is going to be the umpire for the second match that follows this one, which will be between the Samp Army and the Tampa Tigers. It will be Avik Gangopadhyay and Conrad Rogers umpiring the second match of the day. So
I thought you struggled to say Rogers.
yeah, Rogers is a difficult pronunciation, but Rajan is a lot easier.
Down the ground, that's a magnificent shot by Kalicharan. It'll go into the boundary now for 4.
Now I can tell you why he was the highest scorer in his school days. Look at that shot on the replay. And that's a beautiful swing of the bat and flows through the long on boundary all over for a maximum. Great shot from Kalicharan.
Good old Kali.
I
To turn things around here this morning.
I remember the famous Indian commentator Suresh Saraiya did radio back in the day, and his famous line was Chandra to Kali, meaning Chandrasekhar coming into bowl to Kalicharan, and Kali drives and drives well. And those were his famous, of course, Suresh Saraiya is no more with us, but what a great radio commentator he was back in the day in India.
Quick single, taking on the offside.
Both Varadarajan as well as Kalicharan pacing their innings well. Kalicharan, of course, on 11 of 9, and Varadarajan on 5.
Yeah, so over the years you would have heard some interesting pieces of commentary. What about the batsman's holding the bowler's willy? Did you ever hear that?
I just heard it now.
Yes, of course, Michael Holding was batting and Peter Wheely was bowling. Down the leg side, that's a wide. You're laughing this morning here, Doc.
Yeah.
You're enjoying yourself.
I mean, you talk about cricket with folks, my friends in the US, who don't follow cricket as much, and you talk about third man and a fine leg. They say that, who is this third man? And my legs are fine. So
what about 2 fine legs and a deep gully?
leave it outside the off stump.
Cricket is a beautiful game, isn't it?
It is.
It's Safi. Driving, Kalicharan just out of the reach of mid-off, and he got pace off it. It stopped right in front of us. The umpires may want to have a look at that to see if the fielder did touch the ropes. So in the interim, Kali is going back for 2. So he's on 11 now. Let's have a look at this replay.
And this was hit firmly. And just to the right of the fielder at mid-off.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Kalicharan is timing it well here this morning, Nilesh. At the end of 4, it's 30 for 1.
Yeah. The fielder was Gaurav Bajaj at mid-off that gave a valiant effort but was unable to stop as the Titans move on to 30 for the loss of the 1 wicket at the end of 4 overs. Varadarajan and Kalicharan having a mid-pitch talk, coming up with their own strategy. As the game continues here at the Broward County Stadium. Beautiful day, Vinod. I mean, not a cloud in the sky. Yesterday was cloudy. Today is beautiful, sunny, bright sun out, so the afternoon the pitch is going to get baked, and we may see the hot sun beating on this pitch, and the pitch might even behave differently later in the afternoon. And we've seen some dew factor coming in the night games, especially as we see the beginning of the 5th over, and this is outside the leg stump, and Varadarajan looking at the umpire there for a second, thinking it might be declared a wide, but it was not. The bowler is conversing.
Conversing.
While we are in a conversation here.
Sammy drives. Oh, he treads that with the precision of a surgeon. Down to backward point for 4.
That's a lovely shot that you will see momentarily on your replay here as Conver comes in and then he slashes, makes room for himself, and the ball races away to the point boundary for 4.
He got that through nicely. It's like maneuvering one of the dusty roads of Mumbai.
That would be a very difficult task. You talked about 2 things. We'll talk in a second.
Again, he tries the shot, and he's only going to get 1.
There are 2 problems with that. One is the dusty part, and second is the roads of Mumbai. And third, the most important thing is the ability to maneuver. So those are 3 very difficult things.
And he did it all in 1.
He did all in 1.
Yeah.
Nice looking square cut.
So at the moment, it's 35 for 1. You know, speaking about commentary and things you would have heard over the years during commentary, I remember once the Indian team came to the Caribbean to play, and on that team was your very good friend, Nari Contractor. And Contractor walked with his board, a Chandu board. So that was something that was a focal point for a lot of commentators. This time it says down the ground from Kalicharan. Did it go all the way? Yes, it did. So 6 runs to Kirsten Kalicharan. He goes on to 19. He's looking in fine fettle here this morning.
Yes, Kalicharan displaying good stroke play, and that was beautifully hit by Kalicharan. And the fielder at the long on boundary has gone in to fetch the ball, and he was able to find it. Kalicharan playing a good innings here.
Imagine the Indians going to the Caribbean with Nari Contractor, Farouk Engineer, and they walk with their board, Chandu board. Yeah. I was told it was a very constructive tour.
It is. Kirsten Kalicharan was the top scorer with 61 in one of the previous matches that the Titans had. He scored 61 of the 132, so he had 50%.
Impressive, your meticulous notes. And this one is slammed away. More runs here, 6 more from the man of the land of the sweet steel pan and calypso. 6 more.
Yeah, look at this shot. Kalicharan on the go here. Again, you like it once, I'll do it again. And again, the ball goes over the fence for 6. 2 glorious shots back to back by this young man from the land of Trinidad.
And he's now playing. He's going to play for Canada pretty soon. He's on their national on the 25 team, and he will definitely be representing them pretty soon. Kirsten Kalicharan, what a talent! Sammy drives nicely, pleasantly through the offside. They should be looking for 2 here, and they settle for 1. I think there's no bigger fan of Kalicharan and Kanwar Singh, because he continues to bowl in certain areas that he's dispatching him. At the end of over number 5, it's 48 for 1. After more thoughts from Dr. Nilesh Mehta, we'll have a double change with the great man himself, Lenny Archiba, and his cousin, Ivor Henry.
Well, a good start for the Titans, 48 for 1 after 5 overs. Both Aditya Varadarajan and Kirsten Kalicharan putting on a nice partnership of 34 as the next commentary team gets together. The fielders are getting together to get the 6th over in play. Kanwar Singh has given 32 runs in his 3 overs. And as I say, good morning to a young, dashing-looking Ivor Henry.
Thank you, Nilesh, and thank you, Vinod Mamchan. 48 for 1. We've seen a big start here from Kirsten Kalicharan. They would have only lost the wicket of Sagar Patel, who was unfortunately run out as we welcome Ivor Henry. But we've seen and been treated with some classy batting here from Kirsten Kalicharan, and it's 48 for 1.
Oh, yes. Good morning, Lenny. Good morning, listeners. What a treat it is to be here. Looking at this cricket here, day number 6, Lenny, 6 of 9. And we're going to be here for the duration.
Yes.
Start, Lenny.
Yes, Ivor Henry. This today will constitute the last round of the league stage, and tomorrow begins the knockout. Masood Haq, the off spinner, comes into the attack, and he starts pretty well, bowling to Kalicharan, who has played impressively well so far. You look at his scorecard, he's up to 26 from just 15 balls.
Yeah, he's already have a half century in this tournament.
And he continues to bat well. Punch this one out towards the offside, looking for a couple of runs, and they'll come back quickly. Good running. Good placement here from Kalicharan. He picks up 2 more.
Yes, indeed. He got it past the inner field, but good work in the outfield as well with the cover sweeper, running to his right and preventing 4. It was a good-looking shot.
So that brings up the 50, actually. So Titans off to a very good start. This is over number 6. We're still a couple of balls away from the power play. The ball again chopped into the offside, but better protection out in the deep now at cover, because we've seen Kalicharan go through the offside quite a few times. So Virginia Bears have kind of blocked up that area for now, but Kalicharan still continue to score.
Good bowling, because only 2 men is afforded outside of the 30-yard circle, and we have 2 deliveries already in the over that has gone to the cover sweeper. Now they're making some fielding changes now, where they long on, that was the other man who was out of the circle, comes in. Now they're going to put the 2 men in the onside, since they would have had a single there. Now that batters would have changed ends.
So the Titans yet to put points on the table. Virginia Bears, they're on 2, having won 1 game. Masood Haq, not a bad over so far. He's only given up 3 runs in the over, Ivor. This has been a very good over from Masood Haq.
Yes, real tidy, nice and tidy.
Ball driven down the ground. Good stop by the fielder, preventing the boundary. He did well to keep the ball in the ring. And only a single to the left-hander, Aditya Varadarajan.
Yes, he goes on to 11, and Kalicharan looks good, easy in the eyes. Lovely stroke play so far this morning out of the land of the hummingbird. Sweet TNT, Trinidad and Tobago.
So Kalicharan comes back into strike. 29 of just 17 balls, and punches this one into the offside. That will close out the power play session. 6 gone. It's 53 for 1.
And not a bad one. Got over the half-century mark. I'd say a pass score here would be, say, about 45, 46 for the power play. So they would have done themselves justice. Just losing the 1 wicket along the way via the 1-out route.
Yeah, they would have lost the wicket of Sagar Patel, and probably a little bit of poetic justice for the bowler. Dropped the catch. But in process of dropping the catch, Ivor Henry, the ball lands on the stump. Non-striker is out of his crease. And what started as a drop catch ends up to be a wicket.
Yes, so credit to the team and not to the bowler, because you got out via the 1-out route. We saw Guptill led the charge, led that way. He got 1 out, same way. A back drive, bowler put his hands in it, cannon into the stump. He was short of his ground. Up goes that dreaded finger.
So Arsh Arora comes into the attack, a man who comes out of the DC Hawks in this year's minor league. He's a top batter, Arsh Arora. but called upon to give them a bowling performance here. 6 gone. They're batting a 53 for 1. We've seen a fine knock so far from this young player, Kirsten Kalicharan, who has represented the West Indies at the junior level, and as Vinod made mention earlier on, may have a schoolboy record in Trinidad and Tobago, having scored 400 runs in a cricket match. So Kalicharan has had his very solid upbringing, and he brings that talent to the Broward County Stadium. He's batted impressively well for 30 so far, as Arsh Arora given the ball. 53 for 1.
Over number 7. And now they can afford to have no more than 5 fielders beyond the 30-yard circle.
So the top of your screen here on your left, you see umpire Jermaine Lindo, who celebrated his birthday yesterday. And I got to give a shout out to the umpiring crew, certainly coordinated and led by Vijay Malela, one-day international umpire. Vijay Malela, he's done tremendous work during the course of this tournament, coordinating the efforts and getting the umpires on their toes, so to speak. And of course, we have seen the likes of Conrad Rogers, Jermaine Lindo, of course, Saravana Kumar, who comes out of the Rhode Island area, Saeed Irfan, a man that comes out of Long Island in the New York City area. And they're being assessed and really kept under the watchful eye of Peter Nero, former international umpire, who's been here for the start of the tournament. Peter Nero and the boys are quite delighted that he is here. They look up to Peter Nero as a mentor, a man who's umpired at the international level, and a lot of training, a lot of advice, a lot of things to learn. This one into the hands of Arsh Arora. Tough chance, but we'll have to call it that.
Yes, we have to call it for what it is. It's a chance. At this level, he should have taken that. They're in need of some wickets, only 1 of 10. If they have to make some inroads into this team, we just saw it on video there. But Titans, they're riding their luck.
So better ball pushes out towards the offside, and they go through for 1. So just to round off from the umpiring, so I want to say good morning to Peter Nero, former international umpire, who's working along with the local umpires here, imparting so much that he has gained having umpired at the top level. So I want to say good morning to Peter Nero and the umpiring crew. They're doing a tremendous job, as always, over the years. Vijay Malela and, of course, Danny Khan joining the ranks earlier this morning. So I want to say good morning to all the umpiring crew.
Yes, indeed.
So Kalicharan is driving out in the offside. And you get a sense, Ivor Henry, when the power play is finished, so much order protection that a bowler has. If this was an earlier shot, probably in the first or second over, that probably would have gone for 4 off the bat of Kalicharan. But he's now, those large real estate has been blocked up somewhat.
Yes, indeed, with all 5 men that's afforded them out beyond the 30-yard circle, they are in place.
So good over here from Arsh Arora. He's only given up 3 runs. And look at that, another quality ball. So that will complete over number 7. 7 gone is 57 for 1.
In which we would have seen a drop catch. Fortunately for the batsman, it didn't go onto the stumps like we would have seen the first wicket. That's the route it would have taken. So we're bathed in sunshine here, hardly any clouds hovering around. There's no wind in the forecast, so we should have a full day's play. We have 2 other matches, Lenny, to follow this one.
Yeah, a couple of other games today, and we'll try to run through the points standing, as Arsh Arora still has another ball remaining in this over. But they've lost the wicket of Sagar Patel, and we made mention of the unfortunate run out, and we say unfortunate for Sagar Patel, but the fielding team.
Fortunate for them.
Yep, so 7 gone is 58 for 1.
Yeah, not a bad over by any means, just 5 coming from it, so he kept things pretty tidy. Like you said, the fielders are spread wide eagle, and they're cutting off those earlier boundaries that we would have realized. Beautiful cover-driven shots, but just for 1. Nonetheless, as we were saying, we want to say good morning again to all MAQ TV viewers. We're coming to you live from the Broward County Stadium, right here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill. Let's say good morning to Mr. Virgil Francis, one who would have tilled the soil here, son of the soil, in Lauderhill. So a partnership of some 44. So good going between these two.
So Masood Haq will continue. Bowled a tidy first over that has only gone for 5. And we'll come into bowl to Kalicharan. So the action continues. 59 for 1. Ivor Henry, we've seen a very good partnership here between Kalicharan and Aditya Varadarajan. And they've posted some 45 runs. This has been a very good partnership. Masood Haq, the man with ball in hand.
Well, the lucky 13, he's on the lucky 13, and you're going to remind you folks about 13, right?
So ball driven into the offside again. Titans will badly need a win. They haven't won any of their 2 previous games. And Virginia Bears, they've won 1. They would have gotten past Tampa Tigers 157 to 161 in that game and lost to CVU. Virginia Bears 183 to 104 in their second game. So a couple of points for them. Ball works straight down the ground, and Kalicharan picks up another run.
Yes, indeed. That's good, easy going. These guys are really trying to get to the groove of things now, making sure that they are not giving any chances. They're going along the carpet, playing proper cricket in strokes. I guess they're waiting for the party, and if they're there up to over number 15, I'll say 200 is on the cards.
So Masood Haq continues to bowl very well here. Run coming only by single so far.
Yeah, we have seen a 200 already been realized in this tournament. And I think the pace has been set here for another if they can keep their wickets intact. But the bowling seems pretty tight, but they're trying to avoid the dots, which is a good thing.
So glorious sunshine out at Broward County Stadium. A stadium that has hosted several high-profile games. The Indians were here quite a few times, having engaged the West Indies. How many of those games you have seen here, Ivor Henry?
Every single one of them. Yeah, in my backyard. This is Virgil's front yard, but it's my backyard.
So one in the earlier games, Aditya would have picked up 29 as being his highest score. He gets another run. He goes up to 15, and that closes out over number 8 is 64 for 1.
Another tidy over there. We haven't realized the boundary in quite some time. Like you indicated that the field is spread wide eagle and they're cutting off those boundaries. The same shots they're playing. Have a few spectators in. Supporters of one team or the other. It's Saturday morning here in our neck of the woods, so if you are waking up, you're really looking at live cricket coming to you from the Broward County Stadium. And you're quite right, it's an international venue, ICC approved venue, hosted several international matches and CPL matches as well.
So Arsh Arora will continue. We've seen 100 in this series so far off the bat of Navanpreet Singh. He got 109. And we saw a couple of batters who got into the nervous 90s. Andres Gauss from Samp Army slammed 93. And also we saw Jaskran Malhotra, who's always among the runs at the US Open over the years. And he got a big knock during the course of this tournament. He got 92.
Again, these batsmen are working the ball around, like 5 overs from the previous over. No, 6 from the previous over. And before that was 5, all singles. And here it is, they're working the singles, at least 6 runs and over. And then when they're ready to go gung-ho, aerial, I'm sure by that time their eyes would be in.
Yeah, we haven't seen a boundary for some time. The last time we would have seen a flurry of boundaries was when Kalicharan took Kanwar Ali a couple of times towards long on. Other than that, that was in over number 5. So we haven't seen a boundary for a while. And so you've got to give credit to the bowlers, Ivor Henry. They've kept things relatively tight. They've kept the ball within the playing area. And that's very good bowling so far. They're going a 7.8 at the moment. And cut away into the offside. And you get the feeling Kalicharan will have to come up with a better shot to try to beat the offside field. That man sweeping on the cover, he's going to block a lot of the shots that Kalicharan is going to play into the deep.
Yes, indeed. So just poles are being planted. So they're going to need some fence to wrap around the poles sooner or later. But we have to give it to the fielding team. They're bowling to their field.
Driven into the onside. Will he beat the man? Fielder comes around. Has he gotten to the ball? We'll have to wait and see. And judging from, we'll have a look at the replay. But if he did, and apparently he did, very good save from the man at long on. Let's take a look.
Yes, he's putting in the effort. He's off camera now, but sure he'll come into play shortly. There it is. Sprinting, right in the nick of time. And he saved 2. Well done.
Yeah, a lot of work to just save a couple of runs, but they all come back at some point. So into the offside again, but the boundaries doesn't keep coming here, and this is very good bowling here from Virginia Beers. They kept the batters pretty quiet. Kalicharan got off to a flurry of boundaries earlier on during the course of the power play session, but once things gets out of the power play, he's been relatively quiet. And he's posted 37 from 26 balls. Still 67 balls to be bowled here. Yeah, eased into the offside. So that completes the 9th over. And after 9 is 70 for 1.
Another 6 runs coming from that over. We would have seen a lovely bit of fielding in that over. A real good effort there from the man over there in the deep. He sprinted, got there in the nick of time. So that was the highlight of that over. The force have dried up, Leon. Lenny. Good morning, Leon. Over there in South Tallahassee. But the score's gone on to 70 for 1. They've worked their way quietly to 70 for 1. They've not been sucking up any balls, to be honest with you. Just 1 dot was in that over.
So it looks like Ritwik Behera has been given the ball. We'll quickly confirm that. Yes, in fact, it's Ritwik Behera. Given the ball, youth player for the United States. And Ritwik certainly comes out of the DMV area, the DC, Virginia, and Maryland area. And we'll come into bowl to Kalicharan. We've seen the partnership has gone up to 56. This has been a very good one here from Kalicharan and Aditya. And so far, Titans looking for they're looking for a win today to put some respectability to the points table. You wonder such a talented, put-together team has been able to win 1 game. In the wings, the likes of Navin Stewart, Adrian Ali, Christopher Ramsaran, the 2 batters out in the middle. Akhilesh Budagum, the tall off-spinner, might not be playing today, as this one is eased into the onside again. So 71 on the board. Ivor Henry, the tidy bowling continues here from Ritwik Behera.
Complemented with some good fielding as well. But the batters then in know-how, I think they're pretty much in control at this time. At least they're working the singles. We're into over number 10, halfway to the 20 overs. Remember, it's a 20-20 over encounter.
So all along the carpet, another single. So the boundaries not coming here for the Titans team. And Ritwik Behera has really taken up with Masood Haq has certainly left off. We're seeing Arsh Arora from the top end of the ground. He's bowling tidy also. 72 for 1 so far.
Yeah, the spinners has really kept them in check.
Driven into the onside. Not a single here to Kalicharan.
Thought he could have done better with that. He was full on the bat, but again, being very cautious. They're not going aerial. They're playing it along the ground. It's a lush green and patches of brown on the field.
So into the offside, perhaps. Well, in fact, the fielder will come around. And they come back for a couple of runs. So Ritwik Behera, still a very good over from him. 5 runs in the over so far.
Yeah, it was touch and go there. The extra cover thought he was in business there, going to his right. It would have been a super catch. But there goes a weird double.
Yeah, another good ball here from Ritwik Behera. So that could, in fact, they'll come back for a couple of runs. But that'll complete another over here. So 10 gone is 77 for 1.
That's good running. Good running.
So 10 overs gone, 77 for 1. Titans haven't been sent in here from by the Virginia Bears. And we want to welcome Sean Achaibar into the box, our guest commentator here, all the way from Orlando. Sean, welcome to the US Open. Glad to have you here today.
Thank you so much, Lenny.
And so we're seeing a fine knock so far from Kirsten Kalicharan. He's batted impressively well as Arsh Arora continues. And a big appeal, but not out, says the umpire. This is a very good ball.
Yes, seeing the Titans versus the team here today. I'm very, very impressed with both teams. A ball there outside the off stump, trap him on the pads and beaten there in the flight. But Titans here just kind of not getting the ball away, and he's 77 for 1.
So ball cracked into the offside, and you're right on that. They've found that the deep fielders have blocked up all the shots. We saw a flurry of boundaries from Kalicharan during the course of the power play, but things are beginning to get a little better for the bowling team.
Yes, I have to give credit to the Virginia Bears as well for pulling things back after the power play. And Kristen Kalicharan and have done very well, 41 from 32. And Varadarajan, 25 from 24. And very, very impressed with the spinners and as well here from the Virginia Bears, Lenny.
So 78 for 1, still 58 balls to be bowled. Oh, he comes down the ground, goes straight, and this could be one of those boundaries we were talking about. Well, not so fast. And a very good diving effort to save the boundary, save the couple of runs. We'll take a look at this one. It was struck hard, struck straight. But what good feeling effort.
A very, very good feeling there. And the batsman coming down the track, driving that ball down towards that long on position. There was a fielder diving and making a wonderful save. Definitely save a boundary. And Titans here looking for something impetus, probably a 160, 150.
So Arsh Arora continues to bowl extremely well. Let's look at his bowling figure. 2.4, none for 14 in a T20 game. You're bowling good.
Definitely, as I said, the spinners have really pulled back things back here from the Virginia Bears. And the Titans 80 for 1 after 10.4.
So 3 runs in this over so far. This one is worked into the onside. Fielder will come around wide. And they're going to come back. In fact, they're settled for 1. But you can discount the fact that they've posted 67-run partnership, Sean.
Yes, they have posted 67 partnership, and you got to give credit as well to both players. Even though the boundaries have not come in, they're still rotating the strike, getting the singles, getting the twos, and as you know, the happy hours in the last five. So they still have wickets in hand. I still think they can probably put up a 165, 170, Lenny.
Into the offside. Has he found the gap? I think he has this time. And for a long time, we saw it coming. It finally comes off the bat of Kirsten Kalicharan over the offside. Very good placement.
Flighted delivery there, and there was a batsman driving over the extra cover position and into the boundary for four. Lenny, you would have impressed with that shot. A shot that one of my favorite West Indian players always play well, you know, Ronnie Sarwan. Fantastic shot there. 85 for one. How do you see it coming into the last 9 overs, Lenny?
Well, the bowling has been very good from Virginia Bears, but Kalicharan has been there for some time. In fact, both batters have been there for 71-run partnership. And you get the feeling that this game goes deeper in towards the end. These are two well-set batsmen. Spirit Airlines, are you flying Spirit Airlines anytime soon?
Yes, I definitely will, because I'm heading back down to New York. Coming back to the game, Lenny, I have been watching the US Open on the YouTube and Facebook, and I must say, gotta say congratulations to the team for making the amazing tournament. And shout out as well to MAQ TV and all the representative and all the producing team here. You guys have been doing an amazing job.
So Behera continues, and of course the likes of Roddy Lalman and his crew, Nikolai, and a chance of a run out. They make it home, and so 2 more runs off the bat of Aditya Varadarajan. He picks up a couple more, and it's 87 for one.
87 for one, a ball there. Just a little bit of poor work there by the fielder, but 87 for one, Lenny. Ritwik Behera, 1.1. None for 9 so far, have definitely bowled well in this tandem in the spell here as well.
So Aditya Varadarajan and Kirsten Kalicharan has posted some 73-run partnership. Nothing wrong with that. They've done it better than run a ball. And they've got 52 balls. Still a lot of deliveries left in this game. You look at the card, they're batting at 87 for one. We made mention they haven't won a game yet. But there's a competitive individual, the likes of Nathan Stewart, Adrian Ali, looking for a couple of runs. Ryan Wiggins gets onto the ball quickly and takes the score up to 88 for one.
88 for one. Good job there by the fielder. Rushing in the batsman there was looking for the second. And traveled here for one. 88 for one. 11.3 overs. And Ritwik Behera have definitely impressed me since he have come on the attack. He have bowled that outside the off-stump line, that nagging line, not giving the batsman any room. And Virginia Bears just looking for a wicket to pull back some pressure. And Virginia Bears 88 for one here, the Titans.
Yeah, Ritwik Behera has played international cricket for the US. Sean, middle order batsman, hard-hitting batsman, and does bowl a little bit of off-spin from time to time, called upon to bowl. And again, Kalicharan he's looking to rotate the strike. Nothing wrong with that. He's picked up a lot of singles along the way. In fact, 18 singles in the innings so far. But a good thing he hasn't given his wicket away. He's allowed, or he's made the Virginia Bears really work for that wicket. He's really put a big prize on his wicket. Into the onside from Aditya Varadarajan. And this over's gone pretty well for Ritwik Behera. Only 5 off this over.
Continue to bowl pretty tight and not giving the batsman room. Just a couple runs so far on the over. 90 for one. And the Titans here, they have wickets in hand. A partnership of 76 so far between the Kalicharan and Varadarajan.
So cheeky run that will complete over number 12, and after 12 it's 91 for one. So 91 for one, Sean. 48 balls to be bowled.
Yes, Titans 91 for 1. As I said before in my opening stint, they have wickets in hand. I'm looking at something about 165, 170. Varadarajan 32 from 31. And Kristen Kalicharan 47 from 35. I'm very, very impressed with Kristen Kalicharan. I don't really know him that much, but I know Vinod was telling us a little bit about the quality he possesses, and he seems a very, very aggressive player. He seems a player that can rotate the strike and don't get bogged down that much, Lenny.
So Wallenby has been given the ball, and he will come in here to bowl with 48 balls still to be bowled. They're on the verge of getting to 3-figure. We've seen an excellent knock between the pair out in the middle. Kirsten Kalicharan, he's batted attractively well, and he's up on 47 as Wallenby starts with a good delivery, but not good enough for Kalicharan to go up to 48.
Yes, one more there, single there to Varadarajan. He's playing that Shitanka role, as we say in cricket in terms. And 92 for 1, Titans.
So bowler number 6 being used here by Virginia Bears. Wallenby comes in, and they have used Kanwar Ali, Ijaz Safi, Masood Haq, Arsh Arora, Ritwik Behera. Correction, that's Kanwar Singh, sorry. So they've used Kanwar Singh, they have used Ijaz Safi, they have used Masood Haq, Arsh Arora, Ritwik Behera. And now Aniket Wallenby comes into the attack. Ball stroked into the offside again, so easy single. And rotates the strike over to Kirsten Kalicharan. Could this be the over in which he picks up a half century?
93 for 1, and Anika Walibi, the new bowler, being introduced to the attack here for the Virginia Bears, trying to get a wicket to just peg back the Titans a little bit as 12.3 overs. Lenny, how is everything so far with you with everything?
So 48 to Kalicharan. And he cuts into the offside, make that 49. And the way Kalicharan has batted, he has really posted a lot of singles, 21 singles so far. We've seen 3 4s, we've seen a couple of 6s. Other than that, he's batted well. He's really put a big price on his wicket so far. And now the action shifts over to the left-hander. 80-run partnership so far from Titans. They badly need a win. And even if, Sean, they do not make it into the playoff, just let's say they would be happy to know that they came to this tournament and they haven't gone away pointless.
Most definitely.
So into the offside again. Can't be the deep fielder. And another single here from the pair out in the middle.
Yes, Anika Walibi, a very, very tight over so far. None for 4 in this 0.5 overs. And Kalicharan 1 from that half century. And Varadarajan 34 from 34 as the Titans move to 95 for 1 with 1 delivery remaining from
so
the
49 to Kalicharan on the verge of getting a half century. And look at that, into the offside, and that's 50 runs off the batter, Kirsten Kalicharan. He comes off 38 balls, 3 4s and 2 6s and 22 single. Well played, Kirsten Kalicharan.
Well played indeed. The power play, he definitely attacked the power play. He came with a vision. You know, he hit the bad balls away, and 50 from 38 balls with the 7 overs more to go. Then he is a set batsman. Varadarajan showing very good support on the other end. And Titans will be looking for something, as I said, at 165, 170. They have wickets in hand, a partnership of 82 so far. As the bowling of Ritwik Behera, 2 overs, none for 13, and Anika Walibi, 1 over for 5 runs. They have definitely bowled in tandem pretty well, Lenny.
So Behera will continue. Behera has gone for 6.5 runs and over. A big partnership, 82. Kalicharan getting a 50. Aditya Varadarajan, he's up on 33. They have lost the wicket of Sagar Patel, who was looking pretty good. Unfortunately, he was run out of a bit of a drop chance deflection. And now Behera will come into bowl to Kalicharan. Oh, pulled into the onside. Protection out there. And he picks up another run.
Full toss there, the batsman who definitely missed out on an opportunity there, a scoring opportunity there to go big. But lucky to get away from that. 97 for 1, Titans.
So when you look at the points table, UMMC tops the table with 6 points. Clarion County there on 4. Stallions there on 4. Stallions X there on 4. And Samp Army, who plays next, they're on 4 points. So ball worked into the onside again, and they pick up another run. So between Kalicharan and Aditya Varadarajan, they have posted 41 singles in their partnership of 84, Sean.
Yes, definitely has been a partnership of sustenance. They have been able to work the ball around, get singles, get twos. And in the last couple of overs, they'll be looking to get some maximum as well.
And what we have seen so many times in other forms cricket, including T20 cricket, the singles, they do add up. And you look at what Varadarajan and Kalicharan has done so far, a partnership of 85. They're going at over 7 runs and over, so not bad. They've preserved wicket and they still got 39 balls or so to go. Look at that, inside out, but man, deep cover will come around. And they come back for a couple of runs, a bit of misfield.
Yes, thriving there is the batsman, and a little bit of loose work there by the field to get back to the second, to 2. And the 100 comes up for the Titans, 101 for 1, 13.4 overs.
Yeah, good knock, 87-run partnership. The 100 certainly comes up. They still got 38 balls to be bowled. So lots of cricket left in the day. Still 2 more games to come. This over's gone for 5 so far from Ritwik Behera. Ball cut into the offside, can't score, so the action continues here at Broward County Stadium, Sean.
Yes, ball there driving, so the field picked up. One more added to the score. Rather 138 from 37. Ritwik Behera in his third over is none for 19 so far.
So we'll come into bowl to Kirsten Kalicharan, and he's driving, looking for a single. And in the end, dot ball here from Ritwik Behera. So 14 overs gone, it's 102 for 1.
14 overs have been completed, 102 for 1. So look at the Titans so far. With 6 overs to go, you're looking at probably 10 runs and over. Will give them to 162, if my maths is correct. And with Kristen Kalicharan well set, 52 from 41, and Varadarajan 38 playing that supporting role. And I expect in the last 6 overs, we're going to have some fireworks today.
So we'll wait and see if Aniket Walimbi will continue. First over would have gone for 5, so don't see why the captain will not continue with him. And so we down to the last 6th over. It's 102 for 1. Titans looking for points. And Virginia Bears, if they win here, they'll probably get up to 4 points in contention for perhaps a playoff spot. And so a lot riding on this game. Here is Walimbi. Oh, pulled into the onside. There goes the boundary. And it goes away. That's a good shot from Aditya Varadarajan. A little short. And he hammered this one into the onside. And that's gone away for 4, Sean.
Very good shot there by Varadarajan. Was a poor delivery, to be honest. And the batsman came and hit that into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, struck well from Varadarajan. And he picks up a boundary. He goes up to 41, approaching a 50 himself. This one not timed, but they'll get a single as the ball goes into the onside. And that partnership has gone up to 93. Very valuable runs here for the Titans.
And then Varadarajan move up to 43, as I said, Lenny. Kristen Kalicharan, I do expect him to go big. I'm really been impressed with the way he's been batted, working the ball, getting the 1s and 2s, and putting the bad ball away.
So Kirsten Kalicharan on 52, 42 to Varadarajan. Into the onside. Can he find the gap? Don't think so. Fielder, fielder comes around. A bit of misfielding, allowing the batters to come back for a second run. And 2 more runs there to Kalicharan.
2 more runs, and runs continue to add here for the Titans as they move very, very close to that 115, 120. Lenny, what is your prediction for the 20 overs as they complete?
150, 160. So, lovely shot from Kalicharan. Has he picked out the man? Might be a magnificent catch by the fielder. We'll have to pick up the fielder. If the catch was cleanly taken, it would certainly be a magnificent catch from that fielder. And if that's the case, Kalicharan is gone. Let's take a look.
Got to take a look here at the replay as Kalicharan sweeping that one. And the fielder there just about to come into your picture. And very, very good catch indeed, Lenny. That looked very, very close as I see the 2 umpires there in the middle. Come to see the decision. And the finger is up. So Kalicharan is gone. Fantastic catch by the fielder there. Titans 109 for 2, Lenny.
Yeah, it's one of those catch that the umpire will need. Needed perhaps a little bit of assistance there, but in the end, Kalicharan goes. It's 109 for 2, but a well-played knock from Kirsten Kalicharan.
Well-played knock indeed. He will be happy with his knock as Navin Stewart comes into the middle. I have heard about Navin Stewart, especially in the last 5 overs, looking at the US Open and some other cricket as well, franchise league that he's been playing. And this is his style of playing in the last 5 overs. We could come in and get a quick 25, get a quick 30.
So Kalicharan comes in, having scored 50. Navin Stewart comes to the middle. And Aniket Walimbi makes the big breakthrough of a 95-run partnership. As you're right on that, Navin Stewart with 32 balls remaining. He could be a dangerous player here. And Sean, what we'll get a chance to see how does Navin Stewart comes in and breaks the jinx of some boundaries here for the Titans. We saw all along a lot of stroke play between the two, between Aditya and Kirsten Kalicharan. And you get the feeling this could be a different approach to things. Of course, Navin Stewart will take a ball or two to really get his eyes in. But we're down to the final 31 balls, Sean.
Final 31 balls, and new batsman is Navin Stewart. I'm very, very excited indeed to see him bat today, Lenny.
So a couple of play and misses there. That completes over number 15. And after 15, it's 109 for 2.
Anika Walibi, pretty good overs indeed. Bowling 2 dot ball to Navin Stewart just outside the off stump, looking to play that cut shot. And it was too close to cut. And true to the wicket keeper, Titans with 5 overs to go. They will be looking, as I said, Lenny was saying before, 160, 165. And the Virginia Bears will continue to get some early wickets as I said. Welcome to 2 more commentators.
Good morning. Another beautiful day here in South Florida. Not a cloud in the sky. And welcome Kim, George, to the commentary.
Good morning, George. Good morning, my viewers who are on Facebook, who are joining us on maqtv.com. Pleasant morning to you, wherever you are.
And after 15 overs, 102, 109 for 2. Varadad is on 43. And Arash Aurora is the bowler. After 3.1 overs, he's given up 20 runs. And for no wicket, current run rate is at 7.3.
Well, that's a good run rate so far. 110 runs already on the board in the 16th over. Looking to get to pretty close 190, 210 at the end of their 20 if they continue on this path here, George.
Yes, I would somewhat, though, give a prediction more of about 170.
Beats him. Can't believe it misses the off stump there. A beautiful delivery through to the keeper. You said you're looking at a total of 170?
Yes, with 5 overs, you know, if they average maybe 10, you know, maybe another 10 per over plus the 110. Yeah, 170, 180.
Okay. Herrera, we know how destructive he can be. Well, jump shot. Didn't carry back to him. That would have been a good catch if it had carried.
Yes, and clearly see, you know, Arch Aurora is on target with his bowling, and they have also added another feeler on the onside, and he intends to carry on with this line of bowling. And what a catch at slips! That was sharp.
Yes, indeed. Sharp been living outside of the off stump. He knows something was coming. Put a slip in place, and a third wicket is down. The score reads 110 for 3 in over number 16. Let us look at the replay here, George.
Yes, that was full up to the batsman. He swung and he swung hard. And that went sharply to the slips fielder, who took a magnificent catch.
And Nevin Stewart, he's gone for a duck, faced 5 deliveries, could not score. Herrera picked up the wicket, peels the edge, a good catch in the end there.
Yes, and so they're now 110 for 3 from 15.4.
Yes, and 15.4, lots of overs to come. And in so far, just a run from the over, bowling really well, picked up a wicket in his final over, 3.4, 20 runs. Yeah, so still going good, even though 20 runs have gone from his over there, George.
Yeah, but that is a real good economy for T20. If he continues, he will definitely have produced what his team required from him based on bowling.
Yep, and he's really doing that for sure.
The new batsman is Branham, Chanduri, and Aurora has continued his good bowling because Chanduri still was not able to get the ball away from out of the infield.
It's a nice delivery, still living outside the off stump, still sticking close to the batsman. The 16th over has come to an end. The score reads 110 for 3.
Only one from the over.
Yep, and a wicket.
Yes.
Impressive. Completed his spell for 20 runs and just a wicket.
Yes, so the run rate is now at 6.9. 110 for 3.
And I'm looking at the board here, at the monitor here. 7 extras in the innings so far. 16 overs. Last night we saw so many extras coming in. I think the bowlers, they're really disciplining themselves today. Only 7 given away. Wouldn't mind not giving away any though.
Yes, I think there's been some discussion maybe within the teams to be a little bit more concerted in focusing on extras. And so we have the Aniket is going to continue, and he's going to be to Varad. And Farad swung hard, but into the mid-wicket region. but he was only able to get the ball away so they could scamper through for a single.
So the bowlers, the spinners, they're doing a good job. Top of the morning to Mr. Oren Osborne over there in Jamaica. Good morning. Well, through the legs there, George, and they managed to get a quick run.
Yes, they're certainly trying to capitalize on every single thing they can, whether it's a single or because they certainly aren't getting boundaries. So if they could get ones or twos or whatever it is they could get, they're certainly trying to make sure they get something from every ball.
And if you look at the approach of both batters there, George, as it left the bat, they take off.
Yes. Previous over they only got one. In this over, they're trying to ensure that they, at least get at least minimum 6 from the over, and so they're trying their best to get something from every ball.
That's a nice shot there. Fielder comes around, only restrict them to 1. You can see the keeper applauding him. He delivered it quickly.
Yes, 4 singles so far from the over.
$114 runs, lots of wickets to come. Swings and swings hard. It's in the air. Will it go or will it be taken? It is out of the park for a massive 6. What a shot!
Yes, the fielder looked as if he did have a shot at it. He stayed close to the boundary, jumped, but was not able to carry it in. It was well over his head, and as a result, they're able to get a 6.
Well, looking back at the replay earlier, you can see he gets on that one quite well. The over has come to an end. The score reads 120 for 3, George.
Yes, they were able to get 10 from that over, and they'd be thinking that if they could at least manage a minimum of 10 from each over. Varad has reached his 50, and he raises his bat to his teammates in the dugout, who acknowledges that he has reached his 50.
Yes, and that's a wonderful innings. 52 from 44 deliveries, 120 runs on the board already. 3 overs to come. Well, I think he's going to have a go.
Yes, with only 3 wickets down, they're definitely going to have to try to increase the run rate. 150, I think, may not be a competitive score on this wicket. So they're definitely going to have a go at it. And the new bowler is Safi. He's bowled 2 overs so far for 16.
The bowlers are living outside of the off stump there, George. The field set there is like they're hunting for a catch. So anything, if you miss, I hit, and if any bad stroke, then a catch will be taken.
Yes, and they have 5 fielders on the onside, on the offside, which means that he intends to bowl well outside the off stump. So he forced the batsman to either, and he's bowled him, which is the whole key of this inning. Straight and full, and the batsman having to go for it. If he makes it, great. If he misses, he'll be out.
Yep.
And Safi plan was fast, full, dead on the wicket, and he was successful with that.
Yes, looking at the replay here, that was a good delivery. It was straight. He misses the shot. It even kept a little bit low, and it connected to the stump. So the 4th wicket has fallen. The score reads 120 20, and in 17.2 overs. Current run rate is 6.9. That was a wonderful delivery from Safi.
And the new batter coming to the crease is Mario Williams. And I'm pretty sure his instructions are the same as was given to the previous batter. They need to make a concerted effort as up in the run rate here. After 17.2 overs, with the score only 120, they definitely have to go after the bowlers.
Yes, they will have to definitely attack them to get to pretty close, 190, as you said, maybe 170.
But to get to that score, they're going to have 15, somewhere in about 15 runs per over. And with 2 balls already, no runs.
With Virad, who has been at the crease for some time now, they will have to try to get him back on strike so he can have a go. He's actually set. He's seen the ball as big as a breadfruit. So
And yes, Amar Williams did what he was required to do, which is to rotate the strike. He simply played the ball into the long off position and scampered through for a single. And so Varad is now back on strike.
yes, so let's see what he's going to do, because as I mentioned, he's been there for some time now. Faced 44 deliveries. He's on 52. As you see on the field, they're spreading the field because they know how he is. He can be destructive to the bowlers.
Yes, they continue to make some field placement. Every single fielder is yes, hit that to the long off position, and they were only able to scamper through for a single.
Yes, and I think he did that because he knows that the over will soon be over. Only 2 legal deliveries left in the over, and he'd want to retain the strike for the over to come.
So Williams facing Safi.
He's running hard.
Running hard. Yes, and the fielders being well on the boundaries, they were able to run hard and get 2 runs.
Yep. So that 2 runs takes the score to 124 with 1 legal delivery left in the 18th over.
Safi continues. And he walks down the wicket, smack that into the cow corner region, but they're still only able to get only a single.
And I'm sure that Virad wouldn't want to take that single, but he had to take it. So 18 overs completed, 124 runs on the board for 4 wickets, 7 extras in the game so far. 6.9 is the current run rate. This partnership consists of 5 runs. Safi bowl 3 overs, just pick up a wicket for 21 runs. Not bad. That's very economical there.
Yes, for T20 cricket, it certainly is. But one thing we could talk about, and that is it appears as if Williams is about ready to change gears. With only 2 overs to go, both batters, if they want to have a more competitive score, both batters are going to have to change gears. And it's clear Williams that was his intent. He charges down the wicket, intended to have a go at it, and it was quite an aggressive shot that he had at it, but was only able to get just a single.
Yes, it was. What he has to try and do now is to try to get Virad on strike. It is Singh bowl 3 overs, 32 runs from 3 overs already. I think they're going to have a go at him.
Yes, yes, Kanwar Singh in. that into the backward of point region, but they were only able to get another single.
And I think Virat would satisfy with that single because it takes him on strike. So now they're spreading the field for Virat. He's on 53 runs from 45 deliveries. This partnership is just 6 runs so far. We're in the 19th over. They will have to have a go to get to pretty close 150, or if they can get past 150.
Sing in again. And that will be a wide. Both bowler was indicating that he thought maybe it nicked the pad, but umpire will have none of that. So he's definitely going to have to re-bowl that one.
And Singh saw Virat coming across the off stump and he switched it down to the leg side. Don't mind giving away that wide, but he was mindful that he doesn't want to go to the boundary, so let me put it down the leg side. I'll take a wide.
It is a good plan by the bowlers. You know, they are straight and full. That is the plan. If the batter catches up with it, then so be it. But if they misses, then the bowler has a chance to get the wicket. So that was it is a good plan.
Yes, it
Truly
is.
a good plan. Fast, straight, full, dead on the wicket.
Well, he skies that one. The fielder comes up. Will it be taken? Get settled. He juggles and dropped it. He puts it down. Maybe he was too comfortable to take that one, George. Singh is not happy at all. It's 128 for 4, George.
And that is the one thing that I'm a little bit shocked with. If the catch is hard, they will take it. The easier the catch, the more likely it is to be dropped. The harder it is, almost a certainty it will be taken.
He juggled it for a moment, but just could not hold on to it. Puts it down. Well, they picked up a run now. The score moves up to 129 for only 4 runs from the over so far.
Yes, 5 runs from the over so far. Yes, so Singh is in again to Williams.
So you see where Williams' foot is planted. He looked to the umpire thinking he was going to get a wide, but he did not move a muscle.
Yes, umpire was unmoved by that one. No replay to see where that one was. And Singh is in to Williams.
Slashes that one out into the deep just for a run. Williams would want to come back for the second, but Virat said no. Just well, the over has come to an end. 19 overs completed, 131 for 4. And the current run rate is 6.9. 9 extras in the innings so far here, George.
Yes. Once again, you know, that is most teams going to have to be a little bit, you know, they have to tighten that up. It's been every game, the last 4 or 5 games, we've seen extras, you know, I mean, you know, being up there with the score and, you know, almost in double figures every game. The teams, they're going to have a chat on that to tighten that up.
That's true. I agree with you there, George. Safai, who is bowling the last over. 131 on the board. It is Williams who is on strike. We see that Williams have the intention to go over the top to see if he can get some boundaries in.
He's faced 7 balls and he has 7 runs. And he was unsuccessful with that. That was straight and full. He was only able to tap that back to the bowler. And as a result, for the last over, you have to try to get something from every delivery.
Yes.
And he walked across and tried to swipe that onto the leg side, but was once again unsuccessful. And another leg by.
So add that to the extras makes it 10. And Verada, he's on strike now. Has four deliveries to be faced here.
So extras have gone to double figures.
Barham was the last wicket to fall there. The fourth wicket is 132 for 4.
Another good delivery. All the batter could do was just guide that down into the point region for a gentle single from the batters.
So that brings back Williams on strike. And this partnership is 13. At one point, at 15 overs, there were about a 110, somewhere thereabout. You thought they would have been marching up to 200 now. But the bowlers, they have to come back really well. Flex that one. Chases by both fielders. Coming back for the second. They picked it up quite comfortably. Let's have a look on the replay. That was a nice delivery, a nice shot there.
Yes, another good delivery from Safi. He certainly doesn't allow the batter to get onto the ball, and all he could do was simply, get the bottom of the bat on the ball when it scampers through to the fine leg region, and they were able to get 2 runs. That was close. From the bowler's perspective, it was a good deliver. From the batter's perspective, it was a wide, and the umpire has chosen to say it was a truly good deliver by the bowler. So once again, another dot ball. Here he comes, and he smokes that straight, and he was able to get 4 runs because that was hard hit straight past the bowler. The fielder was unable to catch up with it, and as a result, Williams was able to get the maximum, and he got 4 runs. So after 20, it is 139 for 4, and Safi 4 overs. Here is the scorecard. Varad 55 from 48. Kalicharan 54 from 43. Omar Williams 13 from 12. And their total 139 for 4 from their allotted overs of 20.
And those are the players who were able to get into double figures there, George. Singh, he bowled 4 overs, 37 runs from those 4 overs. Safai picked up a wicket for 28 from 4 overs. And Masood, he bowled 2 overs for 11. Very good. Arera picked up a wicket for 20. So, and Nick bowled 3 overs for 1 wicket, 22. The fall-off wicket, 1 for 14. They lost the second wicket, 109. The third one at 110. And the fourth one at 120 there, George. So for now, we take a break and we join us back in a few.
Good evening. I know you see my intro. I'm CEO Chairman for Cricket Council USA, and my job was build the cricket in the United States and have 8 regions, which has been developing. And first cricket ever been played and fast version is a T20 in Dania Beach. I migrated in 1984 in USA. My dream was how come cricket is not been playing one of the American sports. The reason is not been playing, there was long version games. It's the 5 days to find out who's win the games. So they never been one of the American sports. So I created the shortest version, it's T20, can finish 2.5 hours the games, and all Americans start liking that games. It's one of the American sports. But just remember, cricket the second world largest sports after the soccer. And none of them Americans recognize that this is sports is a cricket in America. But now is moving forward. We have first stadiums has been built internationally. And my duty is I live in Palm Beach. I brought MCL, Major Cricket Leagues, in Palm Beach County first time last year during the pandemic. And first Hall of Fame dinner night I invited have to be hosted in Palm Beach. Second goal is I want to bring this thing up World Cup championships in Palm Beach and Broward County in USA. 2024, I went to the Dubai last week. They're recognizing they gonna have World Cup in USA 2024. Is World Cup is cricket is just like Olympic. It's just like Olympic. So I want to have, first of all, I met today and who actually introduced me, Mr. Michael Zeff, actually, I'm sorry for his name, but he's the one who introduced me in here, and I did a lot of programs in Palm Beach County for the Kids Festival every year, and also we bring the first cricket fields is ICC approved in Palm Beach County. My goal is some way county mayors and commissioners and recognizing cricket in Palm Beach, bring one of the sports. Just for the youth, for knowledge, cricket is most paying sports. It's minimum, like my son is born raised is in Palm Beach. He's playing for USA teams. Minimum his contract is $200,000 small leagues to up to $20 million. That is a huge amount of the money incentive for the kids. He's in Dubai right now, he's playing up there. But there's a lot of American kids, they will start playing cricket now. So we have MCL we started, we like to your support. We want to have more field in Palm Beach County, and I can do my contributions developing cricket in Palm Beach. We want to bring Palm Beach one of the cricket home grounds, and God bless America, God bless West Palm Beach. Sports can be bringing in cricket in Palm Beach. Thank you so much.
Great day for the Cricket for USA. That, as you see in that thing, we are visiting ICC Academy in Dubai, and we have we brought him here. Is Akbar Ran Akbar, which is for the UAE team captains and also the playing. And we have Randa who came in also is the VP directors on the Cricket Council USA, and we see the concept of the amazing stuff and cricket developing international skill wise. That's exactly we need for the USA. If we said thank for you bringing me here for academy and show them a facility to us, and there will be growth for the country USA. Tell me about you've been here living so many years. How come you don't invite us to from the USA to come see it?
The cricket is in UAE. It's very long history, and it was my pleasure. You people came here. I have to show you people like what facility we are having. This is the best facility, even not here. If you walk anywhere, you will get beautiful grounds.
Yeah, but you never invite an USA. That's the question.
I
all
always
this year you're coming for last 10 years.
I always ask you, but you never you people was thinking, oh, everything is in USA.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I have to show you first, and then you can decide when you want to come. You're welcome, always.
Thank you.
We'd love to host you.
Thank you for hosting here, and then you saw this thing up, and as a viewer, as a foreign in the cricket in USA, tell me what you have seen today, and we don't have any USA.
Yeah, what I've seen is an integrated sports academy having all 10 dimensions of any sport. You have a fitness center, you have a ground for practice, you have for games, you have indoor facilities, you have 5-star physiotherapy for injuries, we have a cafeteria. So what we have not seen in US is having all these 10 components in one location, where it's like a one-stop solution for cricket development and cricket program, where students and sportsmen can join and be part of this academy, maybe a 3-month academy or the whole year academy, depending on how serious they want to get into it. And this kind of facility will help next generation cricketers to compete at the international level, and one day we will even win a T20 games with all the major countries. And I see, before we retire and from the cricket, we want to see US cricket team winning one of the major tournaments, ICC tournaments.
One is winning, one is be a champion for World Cup.
Yeah, we can try. Unless you start thinking, the formula I learned all my life is, first you need to imagine what you want to do or what you want to get in cricket. Second, you need to dream about it. Third, you need to talk about it passionately. And then last but not least, actions. Like today, it took us almost 15 years to get here. I think this kind of facility, we should have been there in US for a long time back, but better late than never. So let's do it now, and hopefully the next generation cricketers will appreciate this kind of facility having in every major city and state of the US.
So today we got an experience for the Cricket Council USA. We'll see the vision of the Dubai and a great event. We have academy, not just the academy. You have physio, you have cafeteria, you have indoor academy, and you have the shops, pro shops also, top of them. You have the gym where you can have daily. You have the swimming pools. You have 2 major grounds here. So that's why we need a facility in USA. So we're gonna make it happen in USA soon. For the MAQ group is working on the project. One of them is a Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're gonna be working on one of the biggest event in USA.
Good afternoon for all US cricket lovers and the rest of the crickets around the world. We have Cricket Council USA founder and chairman in ICC Cricket Academy, and we are very honored and lucky to have him today. And let's find out what is the reason and why he's here today, and what he's trying to do to promote US cricket in the next few years. As we all know, 2024 ICC T20 World Cup has been awarded for West Indies and USA. There'll be at least 2 or more games in USA, and so basically we have about 2 years time to get ready, US cricket ready for ICC T20 tournament. So MAQ, so tell me, what is your plan of action from now, and why you are here in Dubai, meeting the ICC executives and officials?
See, we were starting now USA cricket for last so many years, last 2 decades, and we did as much promoted cricket in USA now. So we want to see the international skills coming to the USA now, 2024 World Cup. So we want to see visiting the facility, visiting how they doing ICC, how they're doing international skill, where they're dominating the cricket, like India, Pakistan, all. So this is a great platform we have now to learn, bring that skill to USA. So our main vision to come down in Dubai, see that what standard of the grounds, what standard of the tournament they're happening here, what standard of the academy running it, and how they're setting up. So there's you can see the view of the academy they're running right now, and we just visit. Right before that, we visit indoor academy also for ICC academy. So that we need to bring in USA now, because USA now is platform in the cricket now. So US Open is one of the major tournaments been playing for all this year, but now we have more things coming in USA. So we want to learn more experience from international skills. So that's the reason we're here for the ICC Cricket Academy, and look at it, the Sharjah stadiums today, and look at it, this thing of what we're missing for USA.
Excellent. And we have seen US T20 Open going on for 13 years,
It's one of the reputable tournament, and we have a lot of teams from West Indies, India, Pakistan, and everywhere. So now in this year, you have endorsed at least 3 different tournaments. A few of them we know, Arkansas, California. So tell me about this endorsement and the movement which is happening in US cricket, as everybody is tired with the US cricket administration and they are looking up to Cricket Council USA to endorse more and more cricketers and more tournaments. So tell me your plan of action on that, both tournaments and players.
Yeah, it's very simple. Cricket Council USA is a 2-decade recognition organization, and the private entity. Private entity means in America is a different country than any other country, like in UAE, Pakistan, India, Dubai, and Bangladesh. They have the government control on the cricket. USA in America, they don't have no control. The private enterprises more success than any organization. So our organization have freedoms. We can do any kind of tournament. Any players, they can come and play and participate in it. So we seen of them last 20 years, many organizations came in and is gone, and they're not doing the proper promoting cricket. So Cricket Council USA, we are the one only establishing cricket body in USA right now. It's the oldest and recognitions by Congress and governors and local senators, all recognitions. They bring this thing at the platform to bring the cricket is the right direction for last 2 decades. You know, like first we find T20 in USA, then find T10, first cricket stadium we built. So cricket organization for Cricket Council USA behind a lot of effort on the developing cricket in USA. So we saw this thing up is not moving right in direction for cricket, which is a member of the organization from ICC. So we stepped in many times, and it's continuously we promoting cricket right direction. So we seen a lot of tournament is not sanctioning, a lot of tournament is not.
Hello and welcome back to the match 16. We are continuing the second part of the match 16 between the Virginia Bears and the Titans, as the Titans put up 139 for 4 with the help of 2 brilliant knocks. The Aditya Varadarajan scored 55 of 48, and Kirsten Kalicharan from Trinidad scored 55 of 43. Arsh Arora was the most economical of all bowlers, 4 overs, 1 for 20. As we start the proceedings, and I welcome back Vinod Mamchan in the commentary box.
Thanks a lot, Doc. At the end of the day, good effort to get up to 139. It looked as if they could have gotten much less. 139, so the target is 140. Shalom Parnell opening the bowling from the media center end, and he's bowling to Tamim Habibi with Ryan Wiggins at the non-strikers end. So this is the first match of the day. We wait to see how it goes down. Remember, today is the last round of preliminary play, and that leads to the final, the quarterfinals tomorrow and Monday. Just outside the off stump, so good line, good length. Keeping it quiet.
The Virginia Bears are in Group 3, Vinod, of this US Open being played at the Broward County Stadium and the Titans Cricket Club are in Group 4 as we stand right now. There are 4 groups in all.
This has worked away down to third man, so that's one more. And the score has now, so they're off and running. So it's 140 could be a bit of a tricky target at times.
That's true, and this is the same pitch that was used yesterday. 3 matches were played on track number 1 here at the Broward County Stadium, and I think, yes, the pitches have been rolled, but more games played on the same pitch will have an effect of some wear and tear.
Well, we saw some of the deliveries not getting up as expected this morning. That could be one of the reasons. It will be a 3-day pitch in a test match.
Shalom Parnell is donning number 300 on his shirt. Any relevance to that 300? Has he scored 300 in any innings?
Well, I did speak to some of the players on the Titans team because, like Adrian Ali, for example, he was wearing 600. Someone is wearing 500. What they're telling me is that it's nothing significant. It's just the jersey that they were given. Driving down to third man. I want to thank all of you for being on this broadcast live at Central Broad Regional Park. We would like you to like, click, and share
the coverage.
The coverage, of course.
On here at the Broward County Stadium on MAQ TV Live here in Southern Florida.
It eludes the keeper and goes into the boundary now, and it's signaled wide by the umpire, so that's 5.
5 extras in the previous innings. 10 extras were conceded, and I made a point about these dot balls and the extras. They mean so much in any format of cricket, especially, but particularly when it comes to T20 and T10 matches. No freebies, as Mr. Sunil Gavaskar always says in his commentary, because they can come back to hurt you.
Yep. Keep it as tight as possible.
It's a beautiful day in southern Florida. Not a cloud in the sky.
It has been so for the last week. The good Lord has blessed us with great weather for this competition.
Yeah, he came back with a nice one that was nipping back into the right-hander, and Parnell, of course, deciding to bowl left arm over the wicket with the ball angling into the right-hander, but stifled appeal on that one, but umpire unmoved. And we talked about the 2 umpires at the beginning, and we have a PhD from NASA doing umpiring here at the Broward County Stadium, Vinod.
Such is the quality of the personnel involved. And I think he's in action out there now, though?
Yes, Avik Gangopadhyay. And I had a word with him. I'm not going to ask you to say that name 5 times quickly because you will struggle. But yeah, he's an engineer and works at NASA and does umpiring as a hobby and wants to get better at it and climb the ladder, as they say.
Well, this is a good ground for him to do that. It's a good opportunity. It's a good platform. So as you see, not only the players benefit, but the officials as well.
Avik Gangopadhyay will be the umpire for the second match of the day. In this match, we have Mr. Jermaine Lindo and Sarvana Kumar. And I think what is happening, we know these sort of franchise cricket events that are happening around the country are giving opportunities to players that we see here, umpires, commentators like myself, as well as other folks. And he sweeps it sweetly down to square leg boundary for 4. Nice shot by Tamim Habibi on that occasion, as the Virginia Bears now move on to 8 without loss. 140 required to win. As you see on the replay, the ball was drifting down the leg side and he goes down on his right knee and sweeps it for 4.
So that's a good start. It's the second boundary of the innings. Remember, the first was 4 wides.
It's a total that is gettable as long as they are able to keep the wickets in hand and keep the scoreboard ticking. Not losing wickets is so important for the batting side, and for the fielding side, no freebies.
Keep it tight. Oh, that's well bowled.
Yeah, he was beaten all ends up on that occasion, Tamim Habibi. Ryan Wiggins hasn't scored yet, but he's faced only 2 deliveries. And this time he drives towards the mid-wicket area as they amble across for an easy single. Scoreboard moves on to 13 for no loss. And that is the end of the over. 5 runs conceded of that over.
It's a very good over indeed. So I just want to urge you to continue to share the page, click, subscribe, describe.
Well, we are describing it. So here is bowler number 300 back into the attack, coming in from the commentator's end.
Yeah, so 300 on his back.
He's trapped on the pad as he tried to whip it away on the onside. Missed it completely, as you can see on the replay. And clearly missing the leg stump. And we saw the shake of the head with an absolute rejection for that appeal. More of a wishful appeal from Parnell on that occasion, I thought. Tamim, of course, showing all 3 stumps with his guard. And this time again, he was kind of beaten on that delivery, but the ball went down to the gully area and they get 1 leg by. Score moves on to 14 without loss.
And I think the umpires are way behind the time lines here as well. So they need to push the play on, or else we will leave here very late tonight.
3 matches played each day of this tournament. Oh, that one kept a little bit on the lower side, as as Ryan Wiggins, I apologize, was beaten by that delivery. Wiggins yet to score. The second match of the day will be between the Sump Army and the Tampa Tigers. And the last match of the day will be between the Stallions X versus CVUCC. So 3 matches to be played today. This is the first of the 3.
The CVUCC needs to win.
So at the end of the tournament, after the regular matches, 1 will play 8, 2 will play 7, 3 will play 6,
and 4 will play 5.
And then it's a direct, it's a knockout where the winners continue. The losers will hit their seats on the plane.
Yeah, well, still a lot to play for though.
This time he just tucks it away towards deep third man, and they come across for a single. We haven't seen any huge shots yet, no maximums so far from Habibi or Wiggins, but I guess they reckon that the target they have, 140, is manageable, as you say, and it's not like 180 where they have to go ballistic by any stretch of imagination. So Wiggins on 1 of 4 and Habibi 8 of 13 so far. And this time he slashes and the ball guides away to third man. Again they come across for a single. At the present time this is a game of taking ones and twos, and the scoreboard ticks along to 16 for no loss. It's a partnership that is building up gradually, and that is the end of over number 3 between this first match of the day here between the Virginia Bears and the Titans Cricket Club. You may want to see the highlights of the batting between Aditya Varadarajan and Kirsten Kalicharan, and I had found out that with Kirsten's Kalicharan's family is here in the stands watching the game, and I went down to say hello to them, and what a wonderful family the Kalicharans are from the land of Trinidad, your hometown, your home country.
They actually live 2 minutes from the airport.
Next time they have offered me to pick me up, because the last time I had to wait for an hour at the airport because somebody didn't come to pick me up in time.
Yeah, so I was giving you an opportunity to enjoy the airport, enjoy all that Trinidad has to offer.
But I've gotten to know a lot of families in Trinidad. My roommate in the hotel, a wonderful human being as well. And this time he's beaten completely. He goes for a heave over long off and misses it completely. Ryan Wiggins, as the ball was drifting into him, trying to get his bearings back together. And this time it's wide outside the off stump. Again slashes it but misses it completely. So 2 deliveries that he has been beaten. A swing and a miss by Ryan Wiggins. Score remains at 17 for no loss. And this delivery from Damien Joachim is cut away with authority down to third man. It runs away for 4. Lovely shot by Ryan Wiggins. First boundary of his innings, as the score now goes on to 21 for no loss. Nice stroke, Vinod.
Yeah, Doc, lovely shot indeed, Ryan Wiggins. So let's see what's the situation here. The required rate is 7.3, current run rate 5.7. Damien Joachim hasn't bowled badly, Joachim. He's from Trinidad and Tobago as well. South. There's Joachim. Former St. Benedict's College student out of Laramie. Was spotted in the Dream 11 and brought across.
That would be by the stadium then, by the Queen's Park Oval, right?
At Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Oh, this is forced down the ground runs here, and it goes all the way for 4.
Good shot there. Punches in on the onside, as you see on the replay here, and runs away to the fence for 4. So 2 boundaries have been scored, and the scoreboard is now slowly moving along. 25 for no loss. Target, of course, 140 to win. The Virginia Bears fielded first, and Titans scored 139 for 4. And this partnership at 25 is moving on steadily.
Well, the man taking up the attack now is Navin Beef Stewart from Tobago. Have you ever been to Tobago, Doc?
I have not been to Tobago. I have been to the first tee, not the second tee.
Well, you should go. Next time we'll arrange to have you across in Tobago.
It's about half an hour ride in the boat?
It's a couple hours in the boat. It's about 20 minutes on in the air. Stuart starts with a slow delivery.
We met your football friend who was doing commentary with us at the Oval. The football coach, he was there from Tobago.
He is a former World Cup player.
World Cup player as well.
Sid Gray.
That's right. And this time there was a bit of misunderstanding there for that single as he pushes it on the to short mid-off area.
Sid Gray was one of the players who played at the World Cup for Trinidad when they drew against Sweden.
Yeah, and I'm sure he must be watching the match between Portugal right now. Portugal trailing 1-0.
I think that game might have ended. We'll get some information on that shortly. As this one is struck away for 4. We'll ask Mr. Mungal to give us an update, but he's scoring at the moment. Don't want him to miss any runs.
Yeah, Portugal is playing Morocco in the World Cup match right now. And there's history. Morocco has beaten Portugal.
Yep. So Morocco has beaten Ronaldo and Portugal. They're into the semi-finals of the World Cup. And they will play the winner of England versus France.
Yeah, and Morocco beats by beating Portugal, they become Africa's first World Cup semi-finalist.
Wow.
So that's big news. That's history that Morocco has created.
So Stuart keeping it in check here at the moment.
.32 for no loss here at the Broward County Stadium as we come back to cricket. This time he wanted to pull it over mid-wicket. The ball balloons up in the air and lands in no man's land and not exactly catchable because it was about a good 15-20 yards to the left of the fielder at mid-on. 33 for no loss. 8 runs of this over, a fairly productive over, Vinod.
There's Stuart looking to finish strongly here. And he does. Oh, missed by the keeper. Stuart would not be happy about that. They didn't leak any runs though. End of the over, at the end of it, 8 runs in Stuart's over. At the end of over number 5, it's 33 without loss. We're going to have a double change in the commentary position. Ivor Henry coming in with... No, sorry, it is Uncle Lenny and his nephew is coming along.
So the first wicket goes down. Ryan Wiggins is cleaned up by Damien Joachim. And welcome back, Sean. You came at a time in which they have lost a wicket here. Virginia Bears, they're 1 down for 33.
Hey, good afternoon, listeners, and good afternoon to everyone who is locked in on the live as well. 33 for 1 here at the Broward Stadium here as we see Virginia Bears. 33 for 1, Tamim Habibi 14, and Ryan Wiggins 12. Leonard, you have seen the first team actually this morning, but what do you think about the first game this morning leading up to the second game today?
Well, this game is well and truly on. And still some ways to go. 107 to win from 89 balls. And later on, we'll see Sam Parmeal. They'll take on Tampa Tigers. Still teams looking for points and more points as Arsh Arora comes to the middle. So 33 for 1, 107 to win from 89 balls. And all the action happening here at Broward County Stadium.
Yes, as the sun continues to shine here. Wonderful weather indeed. And as we see, the Virginia Bears lose their first wicket. The Titans will want to continue to take wickets. They want to continue peg the Virginia Bears back and get into the batting lineup of the Virginia Bears. As Lenny, you told me earlier, they're still looking, the Titans looking for their first win.
So Arsh Arora, he's a classy player. Look at that. Through the offside and through the covers. And that's a lovely shot to begin your innings. Classy looking shot for 4.
Fantastic shot, the batsman. They're coming forward and driving the ball there by the covers position and into the boundary for 4 to take Virginia Bears to 37 for 1. As we look at the replay, pitched up and the batsman coming on to the front foot, driving magnificently towards the cover position and into the boundary for 4.
And Arsh Arora has been among the runs in this tournament so far. Picked up a 70 in one of the previous games. And he's a quality player. Good bowling here from Joe Chim. It's 37 for 1. They've lost the wicket of Ryan Wiggins just in this over. And still some ways to go. 103 needed. Oh, that's a slashing shot again through the offside. And couple of 4s off the bat of Arsh Arora in this over. They're classy to look at, Sean, when you play on a ground as good as this.
Looking back at the replay, pitched up, and there was the batsman coming on to the front foot. Picturesque style there, cover drive into the boundary for 4. And take the score to 41, I make it, Lenny, 41 for 1. Virginia Bears and Arsh Arora move to 8. Tamim Habibi, he's on 14.
So tomorrow we'll begin the playoff stage of the US Open in 2022. 14th year of the US Open. And this one a good comeback delivery here from Damien Joe Chim. Score remains at 41 for 1. Still a 9-9 to win from 85 balls, asking almost 7 runs and over. And they're going just about 7 runs and over, so things are even here so far for the Virginia Bears. Ball turned into the onside, and this will complete the power play session. 6 overs gone is 42 for 1.
42 for 1 of Virginia Bears. Looking at the first 6 overs, I think the Virginia Bears will be the more happier team coming into the second innings here. Arsh Arora looking very good. 2 wonderful drive for 4. Tamim Habibi 14 from 17, and the first over there by Damien. Not the first over, that's his third over actually completed there by Damien. 1 for 22. And the Titans will continue to get wickets. As welcome to those listeners on Facebook, and also you could join us on the YouTube page as well.
So Navin Stewart will continue. First of all, would have gone for 8. Navin Stewart, very experienced player. Didn't get among the runs today, Sean, but he's a top all-rounder. He has a way of bouncing back into the game.
Yes, you're definitely correct, Lenny. He's always a player who's always there with the game. If you don't get runs, he will definitely get wickets, and also very good field as well.
So Arsh Arora, we'll have to wait and see if the ball came off the pad, but the batsman across. And umpire Saravana Kumar gets ready to signal leg by. So leg by is the call and brings Tamim Habib back onto strike. Yeah, just coming back to Navin Stewart, very experienced in almost all the franchise tournament in the United States. Navin Stewart could be found, and he's a top competitor. Ball eased into the onside again and brings Arsh Arora. Arsh Arora comes out from the DMV area. And he's a top batter, having played for the DC Hawks. Saw him get among the runs on a few occasions in the minor league series. And he's already made a big impression in this tournament. And he's going to be a key man here. 96 to win. Ball guided into the offside. Can't score this time. So, Sean, is it your first time? Well, I know you've been here before, but how many times?
Well, talking about Broward County, I remember the first time I came here, actually. I came on a vacation tour to Florida, and I think I saw the Guyana Amazon Warriors versus the Jamaica. That was my first game here.
So, a couple of good balls in this over from Navin Stewart. And can't score this time.
Very good line there by Navin Stewart. Just outside the off stump, making the batsman coming forward and keeping it tight. Navin Stewart as the Virginia Bears 44 for 1 and 6.4.
So they've lost the wicket of Ryan Wiggins so far, and things have gone pretty quiet. And if you were the Titans here, Sean, looking for wickets, bowling economy, what do you do?
Definitely looking for wickets and also contain the runs, which is very, very important. And looking at this over so far from Navin Stewart, he have done that. He have pegged the batsman back just on about the off stump. And, you know, the two batsmen that is in there, Tamim Habibi and Harsh Arora, so far they've been doing good, 6.5. The run rate is there, 44 for 1. Very good partnership as well within the two batsmen.
Another quality delivery here from Navin Stewart. That will close out over number 7. 7 gone is 45 for 1.
45 for 1. A good over there by Navin Stewart, using his experience, using his variation as well in that over, and pegging the batsman back, not giving it room at all for the batsman could free their arm and hit that ball to the boundary. As Titans looking for wickets. Virginia Bears, they will be the happy team so far. 45 for 1. Damien, 3 of us no made, 1 for 22. Navin Stewart, 2 of us no made, none for 11. And victory target 78 balls to get 95 runs, Lenny.
So this tournament has been around long enough. We have seen so many winners during the course of this tournament over time. Washington Tigers would have been one of the earlier winners of this tournament in 2009. They've come a long way. United Chargers in 2010, 2011, and 2012. It was Trinidad and Tobago. A couple of dominating performances, successively winning this tournament over time in 2011 and 2012. And the funny thing, Sean, is that Adrian Ali would have been part of the Trinidad and Tobago squad back then. And we've come a long way. We'll take a chance to go through some of the other winners in the history of this US Open. The ball worked in to the onside. They're running quickly, and in the end, easy run here for Harsh Arora.
Batsman there just hitting that ball there and getting a single. It's always important if you can't get the boundaries. Batsman continue to get the single, get the twos. I'll definitely put the bad balls away as score will move to 46 for 1.
So Aditya Varadarajan, that's a quality delivery. Might have survived a missed stump here, Tamim Habibi. And we'll have to wait and see if we get a replay on this one, Sean. Might have been a missed stump. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look at the replay. Flighty delivery. Batsman there deceive, and yes, missed stump here by the wicketkeeper Lenny.
So quality delivery here from Varadarajan. Should have picked up a wicket, but not accepted by the keeper. Habibi survives, and this one, he tugs this one into the onside, looking for a couple of runs. They'll settle for 1.
Varadarajan continue to keeping it pretty tight, and Virginia Bears 47 for 1 after 7.3.
Yeah, we saw earlier on Varadarajan would have picked up 48 runs, batted it impressively well with Kirsten Kalicharan, and now being given the ball to defend 93 from 75 balls. Harsh Arora picks up another single. Harsh Arora he's a very technically sound batsman, and you get the impression with just over 7 runs as he has, this game could suit his style. So this has been a tidy over so far from Aditya. And another quality ball, and we're beginning to see what we saw earlier on from Kalicharan and Varadarajan. A lot of singles, big ground, big gaps, using the opportunity to use up those and get runs.
Yes, Lenny, and Rajan, keeping it pretty tight as well. 49 for 1, 7.5.
So ball played into the onside. That brings up the 50, Sean, and it comes on the stroke at the completion of over number 8. 50 runs on the board, 8 overs gone.
Good over there by Varadarajan, his first over, keeping it pretty tight as the Virginia Bears 50 for 1 after 8 overs, and Tamim Habibi 17 from 21, Arsh Aurora 14 from 13, trying to build a partnership for the Virginia Bears and put them in a very, very strong position today, Lenny.
So 50 on the board, just to give you a run through of some of the winners in 14 years of competition at the US Open. 2009, Washington Tigers. 2010, United Chargers. United Chargers came from New York, captained by Steve Messiah on that occasion. In fact, the Washington team that won in 2009 was also captained by Steve Messiah. 2011-2012, team captained by Shazam Babwa. First class player out of Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad dominated those 2 years. In 2013, it was Smart Choice, again captained by Steve Messiah. Team out of the Houston area. Saki Muhammad, the man running operations with the Smart Choice. And then 2014, it was the US Tigers, team captained by Sunju Patel. In 2015, it was a complete washout. Grung was almost flooded. Siddharth Matani has been given the ball. Ball worked into the onside, brings the equation down to 89 to win from 71 balls. In 2016, it was US All-Stars. They won against an Afghanistan team called Al Masafi that brought the likes of Gulbuddin Naib and many of the Afghanistan international players. In 2017, we saw domination from Somerset Cavaliers. And Somerset Cavaliers will go on to win 3 other tournaments. They won in 2017, they won in 2019, they won in 2021. So a dominating performance from the Cavaliers. And then in 2018, California Bears, a team that includes Sunil Narayan and company, won in that one. 2019 Cavaliers, 2020 Atlanta Paramveers, and 2021 we saw Somerset Cavaliers. Somerset Cavaliers is absent in this tournament, so a chance for some team to step up and get into the winner's draw. But we're watching Matani and Arsh Aurora. In fact, Arsh Aurora works this one into the onside for an easy single.
Lots of history there coming from you there, Lenny. We're talking about 2010. I remember you were talking about Steve Messiah, the former under 19. I saw him in the Guyana team. Over to you, Lenny.
Yeah, Adrian Ali is a long-standing member and certainly would have been on all 4 winning teams during the course of the history of this tournament. Couple of wins with Trinidad and Tobago, one with US Tigers. And I thought he might have played with the Smart Choice unit back then. So Adrian Ali, Shazam Babwa, Steve Messiah have enjoyed a very good performance over the years in this tournament. Playing a miss here from Arsh Aurora, or may have gotten an inside edge onto the pad. And the equation remains at 86 from 67 balls.
Continue about Steve Messiah, because I also remember he was a former player for the Canadian team as well, Lenny, if I could remember. No?
Captain the US.
Captain the US team, that's correct.
So tidy over so far from Siddharth Matani. Now look at that faulted shot into the offside, falls in front of the fielder. And in the end, a dangerous looking shot from Arsh Aurora. That completes over. Number 9 is 54 for 1.
Good over there by the bowler, 59 for 1. The last ball there, the fielder should have done a little bit more, maybe attack the ball, they always say in cricket in terms. But the score kept on 54 for 1. Arsh Aurora 16 and Tamim Habibi in 19 looking very good. Siddharth Matani, that was his first over. 1 over, none for 4 runs as Virginia Bears continue to build a very good partnership between Habibi and Arsh Aurora.
What we saw in the last couple of overs, Sean, that the run rate is beginning to go up very slightly, and in cricket, even if it's going up slightly, it's still going up. We saw in the last over, or the last couple of overs, it was about 6.8. It has gone to 7.8 now. We have seen some tidy bowling from Siddharth Matani And Aditya Varadarajan, he's having a very good day, posted 48 along with Kirsten Kalicharan a little bit earlier on. Oh, into the onside. Fielder comes in, waits for the bounce. And a single off the bat of Habibi. The ball was in the air for some time.
Yes, and once again, the field is not attacking the ball. You know, I should have done better with that. As one more been added. Look at the replay there, Lenny.
So 85 to win from 65 balls, still asking almost 8 runs and over. Arsh Arora would have gotten a big score during the course of the preliminary stages of this tournament. And this one he's working into the onside. So Sean, we're beginning to see what Kalicharan and Aditya Varadarajan would have done earlier on. A lot of singles in the interior.
Yes, yes, and you see, the spinners have always come and have always come and pegged back thing. Back to you, Lenny.
Oh, play and a miss, and so does the keeper. And the runs away could be a bye, signal by umpire Jermaine Lindo. We'll wait and see. In fact, bye is a signal, and so 1 is added to the score. 83 to win.
Yes, the spinners continue to peg back these Virginia Bears batsmen here. 57 for 1. The run rate is just started to increase a little bit as 9.3, 57 for 1.
Yeah, quality bowling from Aditya Varadarajan. We've only seen 3 runs in this over so far. We saw a very tidy over from Siddharth Matani. That only went for 4. So things are beginning to be pulled back here from the Titans. They badly need a win. Arsh Arora working this ball into the offside and can't score. This over has been very, very tidy here for the Titans.
Very tidy indeed, and batsmen struggling to get the ball away, even to get a single. And I sense something going to happen in the next over too, Lenny.
So 57 for 1. Final ball coming up from Varadarajan. And ball tugged into the onside. Will only get a single, protection out in the deep. And so that will complete 10, and after 10 is 58 for 1.
So we have a change in commentary. Back on is Kim and George.
Down the ground, the target is 140. Current run on the board now, it's 58 for 1 in 11th over. Another 81 runs required from 59 deliveries. If you're joining us, we say welcome to you.
And yes, they are attempting to make sure that they get at least a run from every ball, because the required run rate is a comfortable 8.3 for T20. The current run rate is 5.8, but the required is 8.3.
And the bowlers, they're really bowling well here, George, not giving them any room, but the run rate is climbing. You'd want to be on top of the run rate or just a little bit more up towards the run rate.
But with T20, 8.3 is comfortable, especially since they've only lost 1 wicket. They have a lot of good players, I'm pretty sure, in the hut. So that they would have felt that they could be aggressive anytime they choose to increase this run rate they need at any time.
Yes, and 62 runs on the board there. The target is 149 wickets to come with another 78 runs required. Wide, quickly signal there. The extras moves up to 9. We talked about the extras here, George, and they're coming in.
Yes, both teams need to tighten up a little bit on the extras. And yes, the batter, his intent is to up the rate. You could clearly see the batter chips down the wicket. I think they're gonna go a little bit harder now. Now that their current run rate is only 5.8, but the required is 8.4. So they certainly don't want it to go any lower than that. So I think they're probably gonna start having a little bit more of a go at it, since it's only 64 for 1 from 11 overs.
Yeah, they have lots of wickets in hands there. And top of the morning to you, Sharon, with the ladies who are in the salon. Good morning to you. And the Virginia Bears, we saw them play the other night there, George, against the Tampa. Whips that one down to long on just for a run.
Yes. Once again, they're still somewhat sedate in their pace at going after this run. But they would have had, their plan worked out. And I guess that's maybe the plan they were talking about, where that was a huge 6 over Cow Corner. And I'm pretty sure that was the intent. They have to start going at this run. They have to start up in this run rate, because it is 5.8 is not going to get them where they need to go.
Yes, they'll have to be at 8.5, and that was a nice shot. Looking at the replay here in the monitor box. Wanted to do the slug sweep on that one, but misses, and it's through to the keeper. A dot. 71 runs on the board. The target is 140. Not a big target. We saw a low target last night of 118. Steps across and whips that one out into the deep just for a run. George, 68 now required from 50.
Yes, and Tamin Habibi, he seems to have a different mindset. He's definitely going to start going after the bowler. So Aurora, his approach seems to be the same. Both batters, they seems to be have a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, that it's come from the dugout that says, fellas, it's time to have a go.
Yeah, approaching 12. Swings and swings hard. The fielder comes around. Just get a run. Just a run to end the 12 overs. 74 runs on the board. The target is 140. They need another 66 runs from 48 delivers, and the current run rate is 6.2. Required run rate is 8.3. 9 extras from the over so far here, George.
Yes, and Tamin Habibi, he's on 30 from 31. Arsh Aurora is on 23 from 27, and based on that, what we've seen from that last over, they seem to have decided that they're going to be a little bit more aggressive and not wait for the last 55 overs to go after the score. They're gonna try to pick up the score in just a little bit here.
Yeah, 10 runs from that previous over.
And it's Sadat, who is in Matani. He's bowled 1 over just for just 4 runs. And his first delivery was also a dot ball.
Yes, the birds are out today. Yesterday was very cloudy here. The sun is out in all its glory. Nice shot through the V. Will the fielder get around in time? They're running hard, looking to come back for the second. Picked it up quite comfortably. And the score moves up to 76-01.
Yes, clearly, Tamin Habibi is his whole intent, aggression. Yes.
He's on 32 from 33 deliveries. So 2 deliveries, a dot, and 2 runs so far. Shuffles across and swings and misses.
Yes, swings hard too.
So you can see a level of aggression there, George.
And the fielder backs off a little bit.
And so he tempted him to see what he's going to do. Move too fast there, George, toward the off stump. So he turns back. Umpire signal a dead ball.
Whips that into the mid-wicket region, and they scamper through for 2. But Habibi is showing his intent. He really is going to be aggressive, and he wants to go over the mid-wicket region where there's it is covered. That region is covered. All the fielders are on the boundary, but he thinks he could get some runs in that region, so he's going to try.
Open up for that shot into the mid-wicket region there again, George. Just for a run this time. The fielder attacked it very quickly, and the score moves on up to 78, 78, 79 now. And the last wicket to the only wicket that fall was Ryan Wiggins for 12 runs. He wanted to try the scoop there, George.
But the bowler was I saw him moving well to the offside, and as a result bowled it even further to the offside, and as a result he was unable to do anything with that, and therefore it was another dot ball.
And it's a dot to end over number 13, 79 runs on the board for only the loss of a wicket. 61 runs required now from 42 deliveries. The current run rate is 6.1. Required run rate is 8.79. Extras given away in this innings so far. The target is only 140.
But it is still comfortable. 5 runs from that over. 3 dot balls were in that over. So in T20 cricket, however, 61 from 42 is considered comfortable.
Yep.
But there has to be some boundaries. And so it's Christopher Ramsaran, who has bowled 1 over for just 6 runs, is back into the attack. And here he comes. He hits that into the cow corner region, and once again, they're only able to get a single.
Yeah, well, they're not rushing. They know that they have the batters to come who can get them boundaries, but they're going quite well so far here, George. Just 60 runs needed from 14, at least a boundary in an over. He's asking why wasn't that a why, but he didn't step outside of the off stump. He was planted between mid and leg there, George.
Yes, so for one run from 2 ball again.
It's in the air. Will it be taken? Yes, he's gone. The second wicket has fallen. Arara, he's gone. He's gone. The score reads 80 for 1 in over number 14, George.
Yes, and that was really good bowling by Christopher Ramsaran. He recognized that the bowler has to be aggressive, so he bowls that somewhat wide outside the off stump. The batter, not getting to the pitch of the ball, just swung with his arms, and as a result was only able to spoon that up into the air where the fielder takes a rather easy, comfortable catch.
Let us see that replay again on the monitor here in the commentary box. Didn't have to do much to take it there, George. Just had to get back in time and kept his eyes on the ball. So wherever you are watching us, thank you for joining us on maqtv.com. It is the 14th staging of the US Open Cricket. Yep, the winner of this tournament will receive $100,000 and the second place runner-up will get $50,000. So next year the cash prize will increase from $150,000 to $250,000 US dollars. That's a lot of money, George.
Yes, it is. And as I said, Max should be commended for his vision for T20 cricket and in America, and he continues to improve on what he started some 14 years ago. So the new batter is Ritwik Behera. Let's see if he continues to try to go after the bowler. And yes, he was only able to tap that into the cover region where he was unable to get anything from that. So it was another dot ball.
Yes, and MAQ Qureshi, who was inducted into the Cricket Hall of Fame, the first in the world, George. The first Cricket Hall of Fame in the world.
Yes, and lots of people have asked, how can a small cricket-playing country like the United States of America have the first Hall of Fame? But it was quite of a visionary idea from some individuals in Hartford, Connecticut, who thought of it that people who are playing cricket, they should be honored the same way baseball players, basketball players, football players, golf players, everybody who plays sport at a high level, they should be honored.
So 14 overs completed. The score reads 80 for 2, chasing a total of 140 runs for victory. Another 60 runs needed from 36 deliveries. While the required run rate is getting away from the Virginia Bears. They're currently, it's at 10, and the current run rate is at 5.7. They need 60 runs from 36 deliveries, George.
Yes, and the bowler back into the attack is Siddharth Matadia, and he has bowled 2 overs for just 9 runs. So Siddharth into the, and that was whipped into the wide mid-on region, and where they were only able to get a single.
Yes, they will have to try and get at least a boundary in each over now, George, since the required run rate, well, it dropped to 9.9 now. He opened up for that shot in the same position there, just for another run.
Yes, Siddharth is keeping the ball in that region where the batter cannot get onto the ball, and all he could do is just simply hit it right into the mid-on region, and as a result, the batter could only get singles.
Well, he swings and misses a dot that brings the required run rate to 10.4. Now 57 runs needed from 33 deliveries. He's setting the field, making sure that the fielders are in the right position. Maybe he's hunting for a wicket now. Hit in the air, the fielder comes up. Will it be taken? It's gone over the ropes for a gigantic 6. What a shot!
And when we look at that replay, Ritwik made no mistake about that. He hammers that well over the fielder's head at long on. And even if the fielder was 10 yards back on the boundary, over the boundary, that would still have gone over his head. That was a massive 6. And now the next ball, he hits it into the long on region, long off region, and as a result, they were able to scamper through for some more runs.
That was a welcome 6 there for the Virginia Bears, because they need another 49 now from 31 delivers. Current run rate is 6.1.
Massive swing and a massive miss. He's swinging pretty hard. Habibi, who is on 39 from 40, and Ritwik, who is on 9 from 6. And so we're going to have a change in commentary after at 15 overs.
Okay.
Well, good afternoon, folks, and the one chase is on 92 for 2. Ivor Henry alongside DJ Sean out of Guyana.
Yes, and the British Virgin Islands as well.
British Virgin Islands, the Tortola. There you go. That's one of my favorite places in the world. Well, it comes in about left arm over, outside the off stump. Taken cleanly there by the wicket keeper. That's it. Ramsaran, he has gone 2 overs and 1 ball for 7 runs. He's coming forward, plays it back to the bowler. What's your prediction, Sean? It's 92.
So far, Virginia Bears 92 for 2. Tamim Habibi, who's been there from the start, playing that little Shitanga role, as I said. And Ritwik Behera on 9, 92 for 2. Back to you, Ivor.
He comes in outside the off stump, playing this splitting point and extra cover. But there's a cover sweeper. Does well to get to his right and prevent them from even thinking about a second one.
92 for 2 as Virginia Bears looking for a target of 140. Just been pegged back a bit.
This time the reverse sweep comes out and he misses, taken clean again by the keeper. He's asking for wide. You're not going to get that. That was outside your off stump and you turned and you missed it.
47 from 26 balls.
This time he's swatting this one down to the mid-wicket region. Good bit of feeling in the deep. Sends a throw, 1 bounce into the wicket keeper.
94 for 2 as Virginia Bears just not getting the boundary, just not getting the maximum, and the run rate continue to creep as Ramsaran continue to keep it tight.
Yeah, last wicket. Awowa went for 23. This one outside the off stump again, taken cleanly. These overs are going through fast, quick, and rapid. And another hard axe.
$94 for 2 and 4 overs remain. 24 deliveries and 46 to win. And Habibi 40, Ritwik Behera on 10 as Christopher Ramsaran 3 overs no made, 1 for 9. Siddharth Matani 3 overs no made, none for 21. Ivor, what do you think? Give me your prediction. What's going to happen?
It's a batsman game. I think there's a lot of wickets in the hut. Only all 2 of 10 would have fallen, so they have time to wheel the willow. I think the batsmen should be able to really go after this bowling and to try to overhaul this total.
Look at the required rate, 11.5 and a partnership of 14 so far. So they needed to up the antique as we see Navin Stewart been introduced to the attack. And he will be bowling his third over. None for 11 after 2.
Yes, well, with a required run rate of just over 11. It's not a hard ask, knowing that you only would have lost 2 wickets along the way. But we're going to be having Nevin Stewart, an experienced campaigner. Don't think he's going to be giving much away. So it's all in his hands now. He's making sure that his field placing is right. The power play has been long gone, so you have all 5 boundary riders. 3 in the on and 2 in the off. We have the cover sweeper and the long off. Long on, deep mid wicket and a deep backward square leg. Here he comes now. It's going to be bowling right arm over. Bowls to Habibi. Down the leg side, he's playing it into the onsides. Mid wicket comes in. Can only score 1.
And Navin Stewart, very experienced at this level, and he'll be using all his experience in the death overs here, trying to curtail the Virginia Bears batsmen, not giving them the 4s, not giving them the 6, as Tamim Habibi, who's been there from the start, 41 from 43, Ivor.
Yes, they're going to need boundaries. Second delivery, this time he's playing it back along to... he really did well to stop that one. It was coming back at him at pace.
Yes, that ball was hit very hard indeed, and Navin Stewart did well to put a hand on it. And dot ball going to Mr. Dot Book, 16.2, 95 for 2.
Yes, indeed. Well, third delivery comes up. They're going to need a boundary, and they're going to need it soon. That's a good delivery. Yorker length and came down on it just in the nick of time. All the experience, a slow one, taking off pace, and he's keeping the batsman in check. So, Behera, 10 of 12.
And that was the variation I was telling you there, Navin Stewart. Again, the slower ball deceiving the batsman. And another dot ball, and Virginia Bears just not getting the boundary, just not getting the 6s. And the run rate continue to creep up.
Yeah, it's gone to 12.9 at this time. Well, comes in now with his 4th delivery. And he's giving himself some room, and he's bowled him, cleaned him up.
Batsman there looking to scoop probably over fine leg, and Navin Stewart once again deceiving the batsman, deceiving him with his experience as we look at the replay just about now, as we see Navin Stewart there, batsman coming within his wicket and being bowled. Ivor, you must be enjoying that.
Yes, indeed, because that's what keeping things tight will do to you. They know they needed a boundary. He tried to manufacture one, picked the wrong one. His center and leg stump was knocked over.
And Ivor, if you look at the previous delivery from Navin Stewart, it was a slow ball just outside the off, and the batsman was looking to give himself room. And there was the batsman in the present ball looking to go over fine leg, and Navin Stewart again using his variation, bowling straight, bowling line and length, and getting a wicket.
Yes, indeed. Just 1 coming from it so far. So a hat trick of dots so far on the trot, and he still has 2 deliveries left in this over.
New batsman is Anikit Walibi. Hope I have the name correct. Walibi.
Yes. Walimbi.
5 for 3.
Yeah, Walimbe. And so he is asked now to do some heavy lifting. Already, Habibi has been doing some lifting himself. He's in the 40s, but he can think of his 50. He has to think of overhauling the score. Stewart with his tails up now. He's going after him. Not going to get much more than 1. Gets off the mark right away. They're going to need much more than that.
Yes, they're going to need some boundaries. They're going to need some maximum as the required rate creeps up to 13.9. As Navin Stewart, 1 delivery to complete his third over. 1 for 13 so far.
Yes, well, 140. That is required. That's the target. They're struggling to get up to 100. Comes in with his last delivery. Outside the off stump, he's tugging this one in to his boot, and the hand goes up there. That's a very good over. Just 2 coming from it.
A very good over indeed, as that last delivery there from Navin Stewart. As we look at the replay, batsman looking to tuck that ball down to that mid-wicket position and deceive once again. Navin Stewart keeping it pretty tight. 3 of us 1 for 13, and Tamim Habibi 41. And Walibi, who have just come in the wicket, he's on 1.
They just didn't follow your command. You asked for a boundary, and they didn't even got a double. They got 2 singles, 2 poles planted. Now the one which has gone to over 14.7 as a matter of fact. And they're going to need at least 2 boundaries and over to really get back on par.
Yes, get back on par, as you said. The 44 from 3 overs. We need some big hitting in this over, Ivor.
Yes, this is going to be the over that's going to let us know whether they're in it or they're going to be out of it.
There's Christopher Ramsaran, who's in his last over, 1 for 9 so far.
And he's been very miserly. He comes in left arm over, and he's playing and missing outside the off stump, taken there again cleanly by the wicketkeeper, standing up.
We have seen that the spinners have bowled very well here at the Broward County, and there was Christopher Ramsaran, who have very been miserly, so to speak. He's been miserly in his final over, 1 for 9 so far.
Don't you know this is Christmas time to give gifts? He's not giving away anything, and he's going after him again, and I was about to say he's missing, but you just whispered in my ear, say he's hitting air.
He's struggling. He's struggling to pick him. He's struggling to pick him right now, and Christopher Ramsaran is all over. He's all over him right now.
Definitely. Third delivery again, a hat-trick of dots, in which we're just bowling to the keeper. I don't think that Ramsaran is bowling to the batsman. He's bowling to the keeper.
A required rate of 17.6 and 15 from 44 as that run rate keep climbing.
Yeah, he's gone to over 17 now. He's going after him, but it's a lovely shot, though, I can tell you that. But it's just worth 2. They're going to need much more than that.
Coming forward there, a ball was flighted by Ramsaran batsman. Coming forward and hitting that ball down to that cover region and getting 2. But they will need a lot more than 2. They need some 6s and 4. And
yes.
42 from 14.
Yes, indeed. They're struggling to get up to the 100 mark. When will they get to 140? Let's see. He's coming after him, inside out. He's getting runs here. And a much needed boundary. That's 4.
Flighted delivery there by Ramsaran batsman coming down the track and hitting that ball to covers for 4. That was a wonderful shot by the batsman as we look at the replay once again. Ball flighted and the batsman coming on to the front foot and into the boundary for 4 to take Virginia Bears to 102 for 3.
100 comes up and he used his feet nicely and he placed it very well. He's going after him again, tugging this one into the onside. There's runs here for him, but good bit of fielding. At the deep backward square leg, 1 bounce throw in. End of a good over. Just some 16 coming from his 4. He's done and dusted.
Yes, and a pretty good spell by Christopher Ramsaran. 4 overs, 1 for 16 in T20. That's very, very good. His economy rate is 4 as a Virginia Bears. 103 for 3. A partnership of 8 so far. Tamim Habibi, who's been there from the start, 41. And Willie B, who's on 8. The required rate, 18.5. But that's not irrelevant. What is important right now is that they need 37 from 2 overs, which is not impossible. Ivor, give me your prediction.
Well, I think it's done and dusted. I don't think they're going to get there, but at least they got a boundary in the last over. This is the penultimate over, and look who has the ball in hand with his last over. Nevin Stewart. He's been very miserly himself. He comes in now, bowls. This time he's up in the block hole, not giving anything away. Plays back to him. He needs no assistance from the batter to him in the fielding department. He's keeping things tight. He's holding the reins.
Very good delivery by Navin Stewart, right up in the block hole. And the batsman could do anything with that dot ball.
No, not giving him a chance to swing his arms. Second delivery comes in. Again, he's swinging and missing. That one eludes the wicket keeper. They're going to get 4 byes. There it is.
4 byes there. Goes up to the Virginia Bears. As looking back at the replay there, batsman, they looking to swing and he was deceived, and Navin Stewart was very disappointed that the keeper didn't take it cleanly as well. As 4 being added, 107 for 3, 33 required from 10.
Yes, well, this is just the first of 3 games for the day. Next up, we're going to have Samp Army. At 2 p.m., they come up against the Tampa Bay Tigers. So that's one you don't want to miss. Samp Army, they're charging on.
Well, I'm looking forward for that game within the Samp Army and the Tampa Tigers. Definitely, I think it's going to be a very, very good game indeed.
And 6 p.m., we're going to have the Stallion X. They come up against the CVUCC. So we're in for a really exciting day's play. Let's see if Navin has regained his composure. He was really upset for 4 extras. This time he's telling the keeper, well done, as the ball just crept along the way to him. He's taking pace off. And he's still telling the wicketkeeper he's giving him a good tongue lashing out there.
And I've Navin using all his experience at this level, very, very experienced at this level, bowling at the death, slower ball, Yorkers, and he have done it so far. 1 for 13 from 3.3, 38 from 9 the record.
Yes, maybe he's mindful of net one weight in the turn again up in the block hole, and he's doing some soccer here. I think Brazil would have done well having him on the field of play yesterday.
Good work on his own bowling here, Navin Stewart. Batsman here does get a single as we look at the replay. Pitched up and batsman here driving and using the boot. You were talking about Brazil. Brazil actually got eliminated the other day from the FIFA World Cup. 108 for 3 here.
Yes, indeed. Well, Stewart now has only given away some 14 runs. This is his last over. Mandatory 4 overs allotted to each bowler. He has 2 legal delivery left. Trying to get to 140 is the Virginia Bears. He's coming after him. He's pulling. There's a man down there. No, he eludes him and goes across the boundary rope for 4.
A good boundary there to the batsman as we look as the monitor and the replay again. Navin Stewart there, just bowling that one short, and the batsman tugging that ball away towards that deep middle wicket position. And field there, giving a diving effort, but into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, he went for the catch instead of just trying to give them a single, and he missed both the saving the 4 and taking the catch. This time he's swinging right across one outside the off stump, a quicker one. His over comes to an end. His spell comes to an end. He has gone for some 18. He would have picked up 1 wicket along the way. The latest score here at the Broward Central Stadium is
112 for 3, and Navin Stewart completed his spell. 1 over for 4 overs, 1 for 18. And with 28 runs required of this last over, it's not impossible in cricket in terms. It happened already, but Ivor with 28 runs required, it's going to be really, really tough to see the Virginia Bears winning this one.
Yeah, with these 2 batsmen, but we have Habibi. He's still there. He's done 45. Probably he'll be eyeing a landmark, 50 for himself. Well, he will want to do it in a winning cause, but if he goes down, well, he should be going down fighting.
Of course, and Ivor, looking back at the Titans, how they have played in this tournament, I haven't really known a lot about them, but actually this is the first time I actually saw them play, and is this going to be their first victory as well? And the team that have played in this team here for the Titans, they have to give credit for them. They came out this morning, the first power play, they had a plan, they make some runs on the second stage. They didn't maybe probably 15-20 short, but the bowler today have come in, they have hit the lantern line pretty well, and I must give credit to the Titans as well.
Yes, well, you said it right. I thought they would have made much more than that, but it seems as if the 139 was just enough, or maybe a little bit too much for the Bears. The Bears are found left in the woods at this time, but mathematically 28 runs could be had. Well, Parnell is the one who's going to be coming in outside the off stump, taken by the keeper as he missed out there. He passed him on the full, just needed to get some willow on it and placed it. He missed out, and a dot goes into the scorer's book.
Should have done better with that. That ball outside the off stump, but a little bat, and that will have switched into the boundary for 4, but a dot ball going to the book.
Yeah, 28 from 5, and a partnership of 17, but that's worthless at this time. They're trying to get to 114. Well, Limby swings down the leg side, and they're going to be getting a leg by. Was thinking they would have gotten a wide. They would have preferred wide to get 2 runs and an extra delivery.
Yes.
So a required run rate of 33.6. I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you think at this juncture that they can get to 140?
That's impossible right now.
It's impossible. Okay. That's DJ Sean is saying it is virtually impossible. With 4 deliveries, with ball in hand, Parnell has given away just 10 runs from his 2 overs and 2 balls. He's not going to allow it to happen. Not going to give 27 runs. Nah. Well, he's going high. He's going in the air and not far enough. Wicket taken. Wicket number 4 goes.
Yes, it was always on the card. Batsmen struggling to get the ball away. And Parnell using his experience, and the batsman there have a look for the replay. The replay is just about to come up. Just short of a length batsman there, swinging to that deep middle wicket position, and very, very good catch indeed by the fielder. And a wicket goes for the Virginia Bears, 113 for 4, with as 27 from 3. Was asking earlier, Ivor, if I think 27 could have been with 4 deliveries, but with 3 deliveries now, let me ask you, what do you think?
I have to think about it.
Definitely. So the Titans, they're all over the Virginia Bears here with 3 deliveries to go, 3 legal deliveries, that is.
Yes, indeed. And I think they would have played well. They deserve to win. They batted beautifully this morning. They would have lost an early wicket. And then there was a good partner. 50 was realized in the inning. Don't remember, we don't have the scorecard in front of us, but we know there was a 50 realized in the inning.
Yes, as the new batsman is Kandasamy, that's the name. So
Yes.
remember, the next game is Samp Army. They're going to take on the Tampa Tigers. Samp Army going to take on the Tigers about 2 p.m. As 3 deliveries to go. And back to you, Mr. Ivor George.
Yes, well, Parnell outside the off stump, he's getting off the mark right away, and happy to do so. It's not going to be nearly enough for the victory. Folks, we're going to welcome all of you viewers on MAQ TV. We ask you to stay with us for the remainder of the day. We still have 2 matches left in the day's play. We're going to go right up into the under lights a little later this evening.
Yes, that's going to be the Stallions.
Final delivery comes in down the leg side, and it's trying to run a leg by, and he's out. So wicket number 5 goes down, 114. That's all she wrote.
114 for 4. Gotta say congrats to the Titans winning the game by 26 runs today. And they play as a very good team. They play as a very good unit today, and they've actually won their first game. And Ivor George, I'll lead you to wrap up before we head into our second game. Ivor Henry, sorry.
Well, we'll just go ahead and we'll just see the last
delivery as we look at the replay. Short, and the batsman, they're looking to tuck that one away down towards that square leg position, and run out. So run out there was the batsman, and it's actually 1 delivery remain, Ivor Henry. I thought that was it. So let's look at the umpires. It's see the new batsman is coming out.
Yeah, wonder if they're going to make an appeal. It took quite some time to get out there. We actually thought it was done and dusted.
So I was looking at the US Open so far. I know you've been here for what, over 13 years, 12 years you've been doing this. What do you think about the 2022 edition so far of the US Open?
Well, I think it has gained its highest height so far with all these international stars in hand. And it's a pity we don't have enough folks in here to come and get their autographs and to really, rub shoulders with some of these international stars. We hope that some of the youngsters over the weekend will be able to come in to see some of these guys play. But back to live cricket. Final delivery. Sammy's using his feet well and getting off the mark, and maybe happy to do so. But not enough for the 19.4.
Well, let's look. That's it. Yes, that was the final ball there. He just got a little caught. So the Titans, they have defeated the Virginia Bears by 26 runs. 26 runs. Congratulations to the Titans. We'll get into our next game, which is 2 p.m. Samp Army. They're going to take on the Tampa Tigers as we look. 115 for 5. Habibi, he made 45. Ryan Wiggins, 12. Arsha Rover, 23. Ritrick Behera, 10. and equally be 10. Kadaswamy 1, and Masood Haq did not score. Extras 14, 20 overs, 115 for 5. And congratulations to the Titans, Ivor.
Yes.
Bowling figures, Shalom Parnell, 3 overs, no mean 1 for 12. Damian Josman, 3 overs, no mean 1 for 22. Navin Stewart, 4 overs, no mean 1 for 18. For Radharajan, 3 overs, no mean none for 18. Siddhartha Matani, 3 overs, no mean none for 21. And Christopher Ramsaran, 4 overs, no mean 1 for 16. So 115 for 5. And Ivor, before we wrap up, I will lead you to say our final goodbye before we next game.
Yeah, well, first game done and dusted. All of 2 more games left to be played this afternoon. John, I'd say your debut into the combox has been one of sounding as if you've been here for ages.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. So, well, folks, that's where we're going to be leaving you until the next match. Be well, enjoy whatever you're doing during that time.
Thank you.
Promoting, so Cricket Council USA start promoting cricket for
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
जुनून का काफिला रे सब आओ रे ओ छोड़ छाड़ दुनिया के काम मैदान में अब जुट जाओ रे हो आ गया
MAQ Group is the real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit maqtv.com. Our latest project for investment: Cedar Creek Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina at exit 49 on I-95, 4825 Windsor Place, Pomfret, Maryland, Charles County, 511 West Bridge Road, Fayetteville, Georgia, Fayette County.
Trying to get this thing up to North Carolina, the cricket stadium. We're going to have those similar matter with the Sharjah Stadium. We come to watch this thing, how the Sharjah Stadium go. It's a huge facility, but we'll have the space, 72 acre. We're building on the North Carolina. It's an I-95, is one of the stadium like Sharjah Stadium. So we bring the cricket, not just from there, and we bring all the vision from the Sharjah Stadium also to bring in USA. So make a scale of the USA cricket, one of the international scale.
So I'm here with the legend, Brian Lara. He is here to watch some of the cricket here at the US Open. So Brian, what are you up to at the moment? What are you doing here in Florida?
Actually, I just came from Bahamas. I was playing some golf and, you know, I mean, Miami is very close to Trinidad. So spending a week, I understand that through my travel agent, actually, that this cricket tournament is going on. So I felt that I just passed in. But it's more of a Christmas shopping holiday for me.
And have you bought anything nice so far?
Yeah, for my daughters, that's about it. But yeah, I mean, it's always a great spot to be, and it's just great to see cricket being played in the United States.
Of course, and lots of West Indian players playing today and throughout the week. Have you seen anyone who's impressed you so far?
Not yet. I mean, I spent a little bit of time, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, but, you know, I'm here for a little bit. But as you said, there's a few West Indians here, and obviously a guy like Lyndall Simmons, who just came out of the World Cup, Ramdin, who I played with in the past. So I'm almost sure they have impressed the people who have come to watch. But for me, it's being a team sport. You know, it's always important to see the amount of cricket that's being played in the United States. I heard there's a lot of leagues going around the country, culminating into the US Open here in Miami. So for me, it's not about the individual. It's growing the game in America, and I understand that it's in very good hands. So, you know, hopefully we'd see some outstanding cricket from the United States in the future.
Of course, and finally, what are your plans for Christmas this year?
Well, I'm heading off on Tuesday and spend it with my family because I do a lot of traveling, and of course with the pandemic, sometimes you find yourself in so much bubbles around the world, unable to spend time with your family. So I'm very, very happy that I'm getting an opportunity to spend it with my kids, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But you know, the whole thing starts all over again come January, and back to work, back to the grind. So this Christmas. And being a former cricketer, you would understand that if I'm not in Australia and I'm in South Africa for Christmas, so it's good that since I retired, I've had that opportunity to do so.
Well, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the US Open.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Okay, this is ICA. This is one of the promoting in USA now. And similar, same concept you see in here. We have the gyms on that side. We have the shops over there. 2 ground on the back side. So we will bring this concept back to the USA as you require. And we're gonna walk through this ground. As you see the indoor, they made the store for the academy, which is that academy. We're gonna run similar, same thing in USA. We're gonna make it the copy of them. So they're ideal. And there's the gym out there. So people walk in and come to the gym. They go back to the base. It's an ICC academy with also gym. If you see the gym, we have currently working on the gyms now. And that's the gym. Basically, we have for the players. And players come in and do the exercise here, walk through to the ground as we seen that thing walk through it. There's the 2 grounds here, so we want same concept, bring established to the USA, will be great for the children, great for the athletes, great for the players who are gonna coming and play and joining as a member, as a cricket. So this is a good development programs, we can run it in USA.
13th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your Dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
Let's play with Open Champion. I'll play, I know what it takes, how it feels to win. And I'll do it all till the sun goes down, and all till the night time. Oh yeah, let's play, give it all you got inside. Make the magic come out, make you feel alive. And this is the right time. Let's play. I put my arm on, show you how strong I am. I put my arm on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I don't lose, I come to win. I'm invincible. I'm the star, your champion. I'm so powerful. Hear me roaring, do the win. I'm so confident. Let's play with Open Champion. Let's play with Open Champion. USA, only one star, we are here to play. Brace yourself, this is where dreams are made. This is your lifetime. Oh yeah, today, I'll let my heart get in the way. Hit all the shots from play to play. This is my passion. Let's play. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I don't lose, I come to win. I'm invincible. I'm the star, your champion. I'm so powerful. Hear me roaring through the wind. I'm so confident. Let's play with Open Champion. Let's play with Open Champion. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I don't lose, I come to win. I'm invincible. I'm the star, your champion. I'm so powerful. Hear me roaring through the wind. I'm so confident.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse? Have a drink at the bar or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
Zishan Qureshi played it towards onside, into the gap, through, it's gone for 4, fine leg boundary, and what a beautiful shot. This has gone all the way, all along the carpet and getting 4 runs. Really a good attempt that he's just managing that shot all along the ground. This is really a quality act from Zishan Qureshi. This time again towards onside, and this time again through. The fielder is after the ball, but in vain. Can't stop the ball. And Zishan just adjusted his shot at a very last moment. That was slight bit of indipper. Even another look at that, but he adjusted his shot well. Intelligent batting by Zishan Qureshi. We're just trying to get a big one towards onside. Adjusted well. Slower one, full length, dispatched away. Go and patch it. This is going another big one, 6. And Zishan is on fire. He has started well. This time through covers, excellent shot. Bit of risk involvement, but he's just gone through the gaps. Excellent batting, he's picking up the spots well. He exactly knew that where the gaps are. Inside edge. And this has gone through the wicket-keeper, unable to stop. Runs are flowing here for all stars, and it's Zishan Qureshi. He is more than runnable. Spin comes in. Back up line delivery. Over the bowler's head. Not been firmly hit, but still he's managing to get runs. Well, he's equally good against spinners. See that? You're adjusting his shot well there. Just watching it carefully, because when pacer were there, and there is a slight bit of fumble, overthrow, and getting benefit. 2 added. This is a good presence of mind by Zishan. You were just looking onto the ball. Lighted delivery, not dispatched well, but still managing to get single. And this is really intelligent batting, because when you're playing sensibly against spinners, this time it's over the head, all the way, mighty. Excellent hitting, clean one. Straight 6. And beautiful arms. He has got a good shoulders. Muscular man, Zishan Qureshi. Let's go down with Mr. Vinod, who is having a chat with Zishan Qureshi.
Make Group Investment Project.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse? Have a drink at the bar or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14-square-mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier